Colton.
There we go. We are live on YouTube. Previously on Anime Academy, we talked about clouds and how to render them. We talked about
Color theory.
We did a big, long live stream. Not long live stream. We did this together. Christina and I worked on this over the last
4 days now?
4 or 5 days. And yesterday, Christina detailed out Abby quite a lot. It went from this to this, which is phenomenal.
Yippee.
And then today, we're also probably going to work on this a little bit more. And also, we are going to do Anatomy Monday.
Yeah.
What is that? Christina called me Agent 67. I don't know how to feel about that, chat.
The only downside is that I can't see his lovely little eyes. I can only see my crusty reflection. And now I can never see him side-eyeing. Gnarly shades.
You can, look.
Okay, fine. I can see that. Okay,
You can see the side eye.
Yeah, I can see the side-eye.
Help, I just saw Colton.
Look like Cyclops from the movie Cyclops.
Yeah, I saw
You
these
should
on...
just have like a little red laser in the middle. And
I saw these on TikTok Shop, dude.
Oh, combination.
Colton
now he looks
upgrade. Yeah.
Now he looks,
Dahlia, you know what Christina called me? Agent 67. Agent 47 is a popular bald character from the Hitman series.
And then now he's a hitman artist.
And 67 is a brain rot
Meme thing. If we explain the joke,
please do not remove the hat.
Why? Is his baldness too powerful?
All right.
All right.
Anatomy Monday. Fine.
Yeah.
I might remove these glasses because I can't see crap, honestly,
Yeah.
dude. They're tiny.
They're tiny and they're really dark. But they're fun. I actually told Colton to get me a pair.
You do want a pair?
I want a pair.
Okay, I can order one.
if it's possible, but I don't know if
I don't know if there is a pink pair. I would love to wear these together on stream.
I know.
I cannot face ID.
We would not be able to like paint at all though with those glasses on because it would destroy our values. I mean, it would just make everything really dark because we're like, oh, how dark is this? So yes, we are doing some Anatomy Monday today. We are learning how to draw bodies. Do you teach classes? Yes, absolutely we do.
Absolutely we do.
We have our own art school program, which actually is 20% off right now with the code SPRING at checkout. But yes, we do teach and we do have classes. We teach the fundamentals of art that also helps you to improve in anime and other stylized art styles that you want to do. And yeah, I teach the anatomy and figure drawing and clothing classes. Colton teaches the perspective side, you know. We teach each other's weaknesses. But yeah. This is making me do Ray drawing Cyberpunk Inspired because I finally got her on the bot. Really, Jenny? I would love to see that.
She literally spent like all day doing it. It
Really?
was so rigged. Yeah, nobody was getting Ray.
Oh my gosh. I actually got Ray on my first try that one time.
What days are the classes? The classes that Christina and I were talking about is our anime art school. That's actually a self-paced program.
Yes.
That is basically like a self-paced college alternative. There's a lot of different classes.
You gotta do
where
stuff like this.
You do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, these
From
are
start to finish.
This is the sort of stuff that you will end up making.
Yeah.
And there's a full figure drawing class. There's a full costume drawing class. There's a full, and by full I mean like a college term length, right? 14 weeks, 12 weeks.
Yep. This is stuff that I teach and that I have you do.
Colton, what are those glasses? Don't worry about it. I think you should not worry about what those glasses are. And I'm not Colton. I'm Agent 67.
With propeller hat.
Gracie, recommend their classes. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few students in here. Very diligent students.
Blair's barreled.
Yep.
Gracie is swim gulp.
Yes.
Gotta remember that.
Yeah. So these are self-paced classes. You can take them whenever you want and start whenever you want. And if you get busy, you know, you can just come back to it whenever.
Yes.
I teach the anatomy
Do the
stuff.
classes have an age range? We recommend at least 13, but there's no like required age. It's all appropriate.
Yeah.
Why is this so stinking quiet?
I don't know.
I know. I turned the volume way down.
Agent is futuristic now. Yeah.
Here we go.
Still bad at drawing male bodies and the muscular ones. Oh, I got you. I can draw muscular bodies. All right. Male bodies. I'll try to do a simple version and then a more like buffed out version.
Yeah, if you're interested, by the way, the linky is on our profile or
Yes.
this card.
Right here.
And it's also 20% off right now, spring sale, with the code SPRING at checkout. You can grab Anime Art School. Are you going to add to your outfit every stream until you're max level? Maybe until I'm max carry weight. I don't even know. I'm encumbered.
So anytime I'm drawing like bodies, whether they're male or female, I'm always keeping in mind of my proportions and my form. You know, if I want to draw like a juicy male character and make him like look attractive, like I think about a few things. I think about like, okay, how muscular level. Wait, hold up, I can't spell
Why is my melody on the Kuromi cup?
because I mismatched it and I didn't wash the lid of the other of the Kuromi one. But it's cool, isn't it? You know, muscular level. I think of the torso body type. And that's pretty much it. That's all I think about. And then, of course, I think about form underneath. Right? Form and proportion are, like, mandatory. So this is my little structure. But yes, if you want to answer some questions, Colton, you can.
I had plans to do Anime Art School homework tomorrow, but now I'm going to be busy.
Really?
Well, it's a good thing you have it forever.
Yep, exactly. So I will include my rib cage. And my rib cage is not like super big. It's actually a little bit smaller than I put it. All of this is just like extra muscle on top. This down here is my pelvis. And my pen is being weird right now. And I use an underwear shape for the pelvis.
Live. I need to make sure I notify the appropriate parties.
Calm down, you're overheating my computer.
It is Monday, right?
Fox, we're live. It is Monday. It's not Sunday. It's Monday. So yeah, this is the structure. This is what I think about. I also make sure to add in my center line. And so like if I have this base, I can basically add whatever anatomy on top. I can decide, do I want this guy to be lean or muscular? So let's do a lean version. Lean version will generally quote unquote lean more towards like the basic forms. Like here's a cylinder and with a little bit of deltoid. Cylinder for the arms and a little bit of the deltoid. And then that's like basically about it for like muscle definition. You know, your forearms are like chicken legs, thicker on the top, smaller and narrower on the bottom. And I think soft. So like anything that has like hard edges like this or like this or like this will start changing the body structure. And so I don't want that. I'm keeping everything really soft. But like this still looks masculine because of the broad shoulders and the overall like torso shape. So like the more triangular it is or more rectangular it is, the more masculine generally. So like you can range your torso from like this shape to like, you know, this shape and it can still look masculine. Does that make sense? Are you guys live on YouTube too? Yes, we are.
I'm a 3D student, so any help with human anatomy really helps, so thank you both. I would recommend Anatomy for Sculptors.
Yes.
It is a phenomenal book. You can find it online. Why is our thing tweaking? Anatomy for Sculptors is a book that is literally built for sculptors. It simplifies the body down and explains how your primitive forms fit together and stuff. It's really, really good. I love it. It's very highly recommended.
So like this for the most part, if you want to draw like a teenage anime character, like this is pretty good. You want to add in your pecs a little bit, but like that's about it.
X, a bunch of X's. Thank you for the what is that on YouTube called? Super chat. That's what it's called.
Thank
you very much for the 400. What is that? Little Y with the 2 lines in it.
Why with the yen, or is it yen or yuan?
UN.
I don't
think.
remember.
Oh,
Awesome. Planning on drawing today. Heck yeah. Let's do it.
yes, that's awesome. Super
Draw
glad.
every day. So like here's
Draw
your pecs.
every day. Where's my? Here it is.
Your pecs are resting on your rib cage, and then
Yen.
Okay, so is that Japanese?
I think.
I think that
yeah.
is Japanese. Wow, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And if you want to draw like abs, you know, you swing from the pecs down to the crotch, and that fills like your whole like rib cage area, the opening of rib cage. It's kind of like a little shield. Oh, ooh, got a nice looking body now. And now if you want to like make this guy more muscular, all you have to do is just choose the specific muscles and just expand them.
The brush you can get for free on our profile.
Yes, right here.
You can get it on drawanime.com. That is our site. It's a free download. You can also get it in the Discord server with exclamation mark brush in any channel. That is the command to get the brush there. Can you start over? I wasn't there. We are actually live on YouTube as well. You can rewind the stream on YouTube. Same channel name, Draw Anime Academy.
Yep. You know, and let's make him look attractive, you know, for the fan service, I guess. I'll draw an attractive male. I don't draw guys that often. You know, some people will say draw Jake, but I don't know if I'll give them that luxury.
I don't think we would pay attention to those people.
All right, we drew an anime dude, and let's give him some hair. All right, there we go. So yeah, like here's an anime guy, and let's like make him more muscular. How about that? The more muscular you want to make it, you just expand from the original base, as I mentioned before. So like I'll do this one here. I'll make it more muscular. More muscular characters have more of like a triangular body shape, but like you're using the same muscles.
TikTok always tweaks when people send stuff the first time for a stream. Jane and Gracie, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So like traps expand, right? Things start becoming like rounder and thicker. So like smooth traps
You're
are
working
like
on your own
smooth.
manga. Nice.
Awesome. Dense traps.
Dude, I can't see
more
anything
like
with
that.
these on.
Maybe
I'm
you shouldn't
sorry,
use
chat. I gotta take these off for now. Oh, it's so bright now.
these. Yeah. Pecs have become expanded as well. They're still on the chest, so don't forget that. You know, here's your deltoids.
Can you teach back anatomy? We could probably talk a little bit about backs.
Backs, yeah, sure.
I was not informed about the spring training arc. I made it like 20 minutes ago. Working on your own manga right now. Awesome. That's fun.
Got some people working on their new manga or their own manga. That's awesome. So like, look, I'm using the same base. All I'm doing is just I'm changing body type now. This isn't my best muscular guy work, but you know, it'll do. And if you want, like, you can just go in and define the abs a little bit more. I found a really good ab breakdown. Let me look it up. I sent it on reference in our live classes. Resources. There we go. Yes, this one right here. I really like this. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I like how the abs fit together on that.
Yeah. It's this padding
nice.
right here. So I really like this.
I don't know if I actually really have a let me go do this.
So it kind of like goes down, then hooks over to the center. So then there's 4 packs. So the top one is right underneath the pecs. I'm popping into the mic. You know, this is not a very good drawing right now. Hold up. I gotta fix this. These pecs are not matching the body type.
Yeah. It's kind of like an accordion in a way.
Yeah, it is like an accordion. All right. I'm making a very exaggerated muscular body, so I have to like do a little bit of finessing. That's interesting. Okay, so they just kind of hook in together like this and hook in together like that, and they have like volume. All right, I'm gonna have to redraw this. I love anatomical studies, but sometimes like the muscular stuff can end up looking a little bit awkward. But this is what I start with. I start with the bean or an envelope or whatever you want. And then I'm like, okay, volume has been figured out. My perspective has been figured out. I'm looking up at this torso a little bit because I have these curves. And then all I have to do is just add on top. And this is like the anatomical stuff. Anatomy is not that hard, okay? Anatomy really isn't that hard. You're just learning. You're just doing like puzzle pieces. it's the structure underneath that's difficult, because if you don't know that, then how can you add the anatomy on top, right? We always talk about that on our streams. So stressed about muscles and everything. I just want to draw cute characters. Then draw cute characters.
Yeah.
Draw both.
You don't even really need the muscles that much. The
Yeah.
simple volumes of the body are by far the most important thing.
They are.
And
This
then
is
you
the
just
flashy
get a little
stuff.
hint of anatomy here and there.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're drawing like naked people.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Like cute characters like chibis, for example, they're just simple volumes like this. Cone. Poppy. Scoot.
It's good though.
Sorry, kitty.
want
I
your
love
bed?
you, but like
That
this
is-
doesn't have any anatomy on top, right?
Tablet is not your bed. You know that. Come on. No.
Like there's no anatomy, but there's form. And same with these bodies. There's form and there's like some anatomical structure, but like the most important part is the form. Form.
You guys also teach how to draw hands? Yes.
Yes.
We have a couple of TikToks on hands. What are you doing? Just scoot. Scoot.
She's like, well, if I can't do it the way I wanted to, then I'll just get off. Really interesting. Okay.
Do your cat ever pee on your artwork? No, but
No.
one of them peed in the sink once or twice, and it hasn't happened for a while.
Chat, I'm also using you for anatomy studies too. But yeah. Abs are also a box. It's like an organic box like this. There's a longer pad on the bottom. And the other sections right here can be divided into 8. Like this. Ooh, that looks nice now.
I need to restart my stinking.
My cat used to pee in the
Photoshop.
toilet? Bro, that's wild. That's pretty easy cleanup. Which do you prefer to draw, anatomy or animals? Anatomy. I'm more familiar with that. But like, how can you draw all this if you don't understand this? Right? How can you draw the muscle and make it look good if you don't even draw your bodies with the basic forms? So like,
My Photoshop is like tweaking. I have to restart it.
rip. So like here's my shoulder, here's my arm. Those are cylinders. That's a sphere. I roll my deltoid over. Muscles is just another form on top of other forms. They're just blobs on top of this.
Blobs on top of blobs. Where does the belly button go?
Belly button goes in this area right here. It's a floating area, so like it can be higher, it can be a bit lower, but generally it's generally around here where that bottom pad is. That's at least that's from my observation that I've seen. So you can try that and see if does it feel right. In fact, they kind of put it around there too. Right in here. Really, this is actually a deltoid form right here. It's kind of interesting.
Bum. Oh my gosh, finally. Okay, let's open up this.
And you can do like little micro studies. You don't have to go in this like full on body crazy muscle drawing. You can just do like sections of it just to kind of get yourself more familiar with it. That's what I used to do. I did torso studies. I did leg studies if I wanted to focus more on the leg parts. Kind of looks like a tongue. It kind of does. Abs have that Batman suit quality to them. Yeah, they do. They kind of do.
Okay, finally.
Do you have any advice for that trick where you draw a standing position in a rectangle? What does that mean?
Not really sure what that means. There's a lot of rectangle tricks out there.
Yeah. Like, do you mean like enveloping? Is that what you mean? Yeah, we can cover back as well.
Oh, how much are the art courses? The Anime Art School, which is the year-long program, that one is actually on sale right now. 20% off for spring, and that is $397. And that's basically a college alternative. You will not get through it in less than a year. Like, working a lot. It's huge.
Yeah, I teach stuff
Consider
like
it like
this.
a trade school. Yeah, it teaches all of this stuff. It has a bunch of full-length 14-week classes that are complete start to finish.
Yep. I take you from like just how to draw people from proportions to form. And we take you through everything step by step.
Boom. We're also going to work on this piece a little bit today. I think Christina in a little while is probably going to switch over and finish off Miko, yesterday, she worked on Abby a little bit, and we chucked her in there. And then I got to turn this into a pig.
Pig.
And then we're going to add some characters and objects and stuff to the background as well. But I'm excited about that. After we wrap up the anatomy lessons, we'll get back to work on this piece.
Yeah. So if you want to draw the back, the proportions are the same for the back and the torso. Right, rectangle, divided in half.
Really think of joining you guys teach so good. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I'm excited about that. Yeah. Everything we teach on stream, we teach in way more depth in our classes. There's just a lot more time to go through everything step by step. Live stream is kind of quick, rapid fire stuff. The classes are in-depth, long, full-length demos, focused.
Taking it more slowly.
Paper.
Yes.
Here
it is.
Yeah, you can take a picture of that. Make sure you use the code SPRING, by the way, if you're thinking about getting it. It will give you a discount.
3.
I'm in it right now, and I highly recommend it for thinking about it.
Oh, awesome.
I've seen people use like a rectangle outline and then the full body within it. You mean kind of like an envelope?
Or do you
body
mean
in
like
perspective?
Do you mean like this, where people draw a rectangle, they divide it in half in perspective, and they fit a whole body inside of it? Like that?
That might just be a little breakdown of just the proportions and the perspective. Yes? Yeah, that would basically be... I have not warmed up at all today. I've been working on challenge stuff. By the way, we are going to be starting up a form of challenges again. It's called the Spring... What is it called?
Spring Training Arc?
Yes, Spring Training Arc in the Discord server. It's going to be completely free. There are going to be bi-weekly challenges that you can do, and we're going to show them on live streams. It's going to last for about 2 months long, and then we're also going to have daily studies so every single day there's going to be a new study, and there's going to be weekly topics. So like anatomy for 7 days of different body types or body parts, and then there's going to be like animals and perspective and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. It's coming soon. I don't know exactly when. We're working on it right now, but I'm really excited about it.
Me too. It's going to be really, really fun. It's nice to have it because, a lot of people talk and chat and all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some back muscles. What I did here was I just took a rectangle, divided it in half. And you could do the same thing here. I would really recommend, if you want to learn the back muscles, follow along, right? Grab your pencil, grab your tablet. You can't learn this if you don't follow along. You divide this in half so you get 2 squares. This will hold your rib cage. This will hold your pelvis. And take this half right in here and you get your rib cage. A little bit above that is going to be your neck. Okay, so that is basically your proportions for your torso and your back. It's the same thing. So this is that. I added a little bit of anatomical stuff, like the traps, the shoulders, and a little bit of like some body type. But we can cover some muscles real soon.
Awesome, pretty boy. Pretty boy, that's great.
Awesome.
That's good stuff.
What
Christina's
kind of tablet?
using an iPad Pro with Procreate. And I am working in Photoshop. So whenever you see my screen, it's Photoshop, and I'm using this, which is goated, by the way. Don't ever let anybody tell you you need a display tablet. You don't need one. They work good. But I love the screenless style tablets. They work so good.
Yeah, I'm going to look up the scapula really quick. So you got a few things going for you for the back. Let me see here. Scapula. Need to see where it connects. Okay, gotcha. All right, so this part right here is a very important measurement. It's basically the ends of the squares. This is the end of your collarbone, and so that's where your shoulder comes out. So people who mess up with shoulders a lot, they don't take into consideration where your collarbone is, and then they either make too short of arms like this or too long of shoulders like this. So be careful of that.
What else do we got going on? Someone just says the word professional.
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 Well, I don't know
brush?
what that means.
You get the brush on the linky on our profile and also our Discord server. Here, thank you. Mostly finish it because YouTube helped me so much. Awesome.
Do
I don't know what that means. Do boards sound satisfying?
What does boards mean?
Or do you post thing like this?
Yes, I post these demos on our Discord. In our Discord server.
Why do you have a propeller hat on? It's awesome. You answered your own question.
Because it's awesome.
How do you know where the mouse go on the screenless tablet? You can see it hovering on your screen. So like, I can see it, right? And I just watch it. It takes a little while to get used to. So does a display tablet. You know.
Yeah. Are the brushes on Krita? No, unfortunately
it's
not.
just an ABR, so it'll work on Clip Studio. It will work on Photoshop. It will work on what's it called? Procreate.
Fox says, just drop my phone in water. Prayers, please. I pray that your phone will be fine.
Why are you here and not, you know,
cleaning out your phone?
cleaning
You know,
cleaning out your phone? Yeah.
Cleaning out. You know, I have a story to tell. When
What?
I was in high school, I accidentally dropped my phone in the toilet.
Did you?
Yeah, but like for a split second, I took it out and nothing went wrong miraculously.
So Christian has Dookie phone.
No, it was clean. It was clean water. There was nothing in it. By the way, she's so pretty and you're so handsome. Thank you both for getting me better at art. Thank you. Thank you for your lovely comment.
Thank you.
How am I gonna know how far apart the rib cage and hip? So
There's a proportional
there's a
method.
proportional method. Rib cage is bottom of this square.
Dookie phone.
Dookie. And then your pelvis
It's in
is
Rice.
halfway.
Are you watching us from Rice? Hello, like
Oh, is it like I don't know, for some reason I just can't think of it. Is it getting the moisture out from the rice? So like it's this square and half of this length, and there's your like rib cage and pelvis. That's the proportional measurement. So when you think about the back, you have your traps. I don't know, their back muscle.
a Dookie phone, dude. That's funny.
If you want to find out where your traps end, you take this measurement and this measurement, which is the top of your pelvis, and you divide that in half. That's where your traps end.
I'll also draw a couple people in perspective here and then chuck them over to Christina, and maybe
Yes.
she'll add some anatomy to them.
Sure.
So I don't know if anybody wants to watch me do this, but if you do, let me know. I'll draw some simple people in perspective, and then Christina will take it and she will turn it into
A person.
a person.
Is the college an online course? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So then afterwards,
Can I
you
buy
get
the
your
classes
lats.
from your program separately, or is it just one full course? It's
One.
It's one purchase because all of the classes were designed to be sequential together. They reference each other, and we take work from other classes. So, for example, in my perspective class, our final is a line drawing, and then we take it in the painting class and we turn it into a painting. But anyways, I'm getting distracted.
No worries. So here we have our traps, and your traps overlap your scapula. That's your bone. And then you got your deltoid, and that overlaps your scapula. And then you got your lats, and that goes underneath your traps. And so this is one big sheet, looks like a salmon fillet, and that travels all the way down to your tailbone. And then down here is a really easy muscle. It's called the obliques, and it's just your squishy middle. And that's it. Well, except for these two muscles right here.
Erector spinae.
Erector spinae.
And you got like your infraspinatus and teres major and minor,
Yeah.
but those are on your scapula and they kind of just group together unless you're really buff.
Unless you're really buffing, you I don't know, somehow work those out too. I don't know how you can work those out, but
Yeah.
this is what the back looks like.
What's the weird little line under scapula and deltoid? I have
This
no
one right
idea.
here. What line are we talking about?
I don't know what. There's a bunch of lines around there.
Yeah, this. Okay, I'll color code it. Maybe it'll be easier. I love color coding muscles. This helps me a lot. Here's your traps. And that's a bit dark. Traps. Thank goodness that anatomy is symmetrical, or else we'd be having a problem. Here's your lats. I'll put this in orange. Actually, orange wouldn't be a bad color for the lats. Here is your deltoid, your shoulder muscles. And so that overlaps the scapula. This overlaps the scapula. That overlaps the scapula. And so that's like the 1, 2, 3 main muscle groups, and then plus your obliques. And that's your back muscles in a nutshell. That's it. That's it. And then what happens afterwards is then you're like, oh, I want to draw like a really nice back. Well, most backs don't really have this much definition. Sometimes it's just really simple and really flowy. Like if you want to draw like a female back, for example, like you won't have any of these like muscles showing really defined wise. Like it's just going to be very smooth. You're just going to probably see like a little bit of scapula. And then the rest is just like, oh, here's a bit of the rib cage. Here's the curvature of the body. You know, here's the obliques. And sometimes some backs just look like this and it looks really nice, right? But really keep in mind of the center line. That's going to be what's going to make your artwork look more presentable and more convincing.
Yeah, the center
believable.
line is such an important guideline.
Mm-hmm. Like if you don't add it here, it's just going to look kind of weird and kind of like naked, I guess.
Yeah, we stream on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Is there due dates in the classes? No. There's no due dates. There, you have it forever. You get it, you have it forever. And it is self-paced, so you go through it at your own pace, which is really useful for a lot of people because they get busy for a couple weeks and then they come back to it, or they want to spend 2 weeks studying 1 week. You can.
Mm-hmm. When the arm is raised, how does the scapula move? I know the acromion process also tilts the back. Tilts back.
Well, that's where it like hooks together. What your scapula kind of like swings out like that. It kind of, you know, comes out and over. There's probably like a little scapula
like video of how it works.
Scapula movement images. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could probably show. I don't know if you could show that, but
Yeah, probably. I think that's fine. It kind of looks like this. Homie. It looks like that. So you can see that it kind of rotates outward. This is the acromion process up here. This is where your humerus fits in. This is the latissimus dorsi coming up and connecting to the underside of your humerus. And it like rotates out. So you'll see that when it's fully extended, your scapula will actually kind of press out your lats.
Yeah, that's why you see like an extra bump.
Yes, you'll see like this bump
Like
here.
right
Like
there.
you can see it right there. That's
Ooh,
your lats going over top of your scapula that's rotated out.
Whoa.
So when people do like that, see?
Yeah. Whoa.
It's like I'm like pushing it out extra. That's where you get knots a lot. Yeah, for sure.
Ouch. I'd never gotten knots there, but that would be really painful. Is there a known method for applying foreshortening, or is it just eyeballing all the time?
Yeah, there are known methods for it. Like you can use an ellipse to calculate. There's complicated methods. Scott Robertson teaches it in his How to Draw book. You could use 3D. Like honestly, I would just recommend using 3D. But do you mean foreshortening as in finding the halfway point of something, like a known method for, say, here's something in perspective, and you go, you know, find the halfway point of it, like this. Missed.
Hey, Kelly.
Missed a little bit. Like this, right? Like the halfway point? Like this? Because this is known. You just draw an X, you'll find the halfway point of any rectangle, even if it's in perspective. Or do you mean like how to know if this is a square or not? Because this isn't a square. This is longer than a square. A square is probably more like this. And if I put a circle inside of it, you know, it'd probably look more like this. Like that sort of thing.
What brush is that? You can find this brush on our profile for free.
And I am going to be working on this. This is going to be a person.
In order to draw like a fully rendered fan art like a professional, should I study real shapes or in real life people then after I stylize into anime?
I would learn the fundamentals. So focus on learning. Actually, we'll do it this way. Focus on learning those core fundamentals of art. if you want to, in order to draw fully rendered fan art like a professionals are pros because they have a really solid grasp of foundation. So for example, this is a fan art that Christina and I did, except it's not a fan art. We're the creators of these characters. So I guess it is canon art now that I think about it. And
fan canon art.
yeah, like a fully rendered fan art, like this is real perspective, right? If you come up here, even though this is anime, like at least the characters are, I'm using real perspective, right? These are boxes. This is a box, right? This is another box on top of that box. This is a pyramid on top of that box, right? This character Abby right here that Christina did yesterday.
Cylinder, perhaps.
Yeah. Here's her body, right? Here's her shoulders. Here's her neck. Here's the head. It's facing that way. Here's the side of her head. So this is all properly in perspective, right? Just because it's like anime style doesn't mean we're skipping out on foundation. These are properly set in 3D. These are lit. There's composition. There's color theory. All of these things can be learned, and I would really recommend studying them. Stylized things are not exceptions to foundations. They're just foundations that are kind of some of them are pushed. Proportion, maybe a little bit of color theory might be. Toby's trying to steal Christina's water. Don't you step on my keyboard.
Oh, and we haven't mentioned this yet, but we do have reference models for sale.
Yeah.
If you struggle with drawing heads and stuff, we also have these awesome reference models that you can use for getting those really hard angles. You know, I used one of these for Abby's face actually in one of our illustrations, and they actually really came in handy, getting those really difficult angles like that. You can get these on our TikTok shop too, by the way. But yeah.
Color theory is sick. Yeah, we talk about color theory a good amount. Chat loves color theory, and so this was a demo that I did yesterday, and I talked a little bit about color theory, value grouping, materials, just a little bit of materials. Okay, didn't want to do that.
Clouds, little studies.
This was a demo I did on a past live stream. We we focused on value grouping, design, color theory. I love that. I love showing two sides of a box with different colors but the same value. It's like one of my favorite things. You can tell I'm pretty inspired by Yu Ming Lee. Phenomenal painter. This is some of his work. And I took his class and a bunch of other classes on painting, and am very influenced by that sort of thing. Color theory is awesome. It's one of my favorite things. How do you spell that painter's name? Yumingli. I'll type it in chat. He has an Instagram. It's really popular. Okay.
How to draw hands? I suck at hands. Yeah, I can teach a few hand tips. Hands are sheets of paper. That's it. Hands are sheets of paper. You make sure you follow this as your guide, and then you won't be lost. Your palm and your finger box are roughly the same size, proportionally. Your wrist is thinner, but like you can just use this as an example. And then all you have to do is you add, right? Your thumb adds an extra triangle and adds extra thickness to the palm. Your fingers, you can then simplify into even more strips of paper. I teach this basically same method in one of our videos on our YouTube channel. So like here is my middle finger. My middle finger is about as tall as my palm. And then you can just separate. Just make sure that your index and your ring finger are not taller than your middle finger. And then you're good. You got a hand. You can do this with other angles as well. Right? Maybe you're doing this. So your wrist, your palm is going back. So sorry, your wrist is here. This is your palm. You can even use a curled piece of paper for your fingers if you want to do that. So simplify, right? Thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. Wow, we got another hand. Oh my gosh. So easy. Much easier, I should say. It's still hard. You still think of it in perspective. So the reason why hands are hard is because, first of all, there's a lot of details that you get distracted with. You don't know where to start. You have no process at all. And so when you draw hands, you're like, like maybe this is where they go. Right? So this is what hands may end up looking like. But like there's nothing underneath that can actually help you. So you need structure, which is you can start off with something like this. Right? This is structure. This gives you a foothold. Pretty ring? Oh, thank you. Colton got it for me. How do you draw a curled fist pinky? Oh. So look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in 4 parts. So here's your knuckle. Your first digit, or your first like joint, second joint. Let me see. These are kind of hard. So let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then this is your last joint. And then you just clutch it really close together to create this like little negative space. There we go. And then you overlap. And overlap. You got a fist. You mean Lee gesture painting living in my head rent free? There's a gesture painting by Yu Ming Lee?
Even you guys, even Yu Ming likes Leon. You need to catch up. I didn't say I wanted to be like him. Let's just say that.
You're gonna like Leon now?
No, I said I did not say I want to be like him.
Oh. Everything on my drawing looks good except the hand. Yes, the hand is the make or break of the artwork, right? Love learning anatomy from you. Of course, I also want to learn to draw kiddos and teenagers. Yeah, great. Teenagers and younger kids basically follow the same proportion, but you're obviously like making things shorter. But I'm like, if I'm drawing like, you know, a teen or a child, I'm still going to think about the proportion of the torso. The only difference is I'm going to make their bodies a bit chubbier, and their heads bigger. So like here's a large head. If I made the head smaller, now it looks like an adult. Perspective, right? So you can just say, hey, yeah, I'm just going to make my torso the same as ever, like just same as like a adult body, and then I'm going to make my head bigger, and now I got a younger character. And now all you have to do is just soften everything. So like don't put a lot of muscle definition. Don't put a lot of like curves or I don't know, like anything that shows like the maturing of the body. So like keep everything really smooth. Keep everything very smooth. You know, maybe you can add larger hands. But it's all the same thing. Your hands will still be around your thighs. You're just having narrower tubular legs instead, and tubular arms instead of muscular arms. And so let's add some clothes on top. And also, younger characters tend to be a little bit more rectangular. Depends on the body type, of course. Maybe it can be a bit more curvy, but not a lot. Not by a lot. Is hand midway on the thighs?
I'd say the end of the fingers is not. It wouldn't be bad to put it around midway of the thighs. Maybe a little bit less.
So this is my thigh here.
Or maybe a little bit more.
Like I would say it's around here. Yeah, it's about midway, almost midway. Like if you're gonna include your glutes and stuff.
Your wrist ends at about the bottom of your pelvis.
Yeah. So the crotch area right here. This is where your wrist ends.
Yeah.
And then this is where your hand begins. And it ends here, roughly. What's the brush? You can get the brush here on our website for free. For free. How do you draw clothes on children? The
same way you draw them on other human volumes.
Yeah.
So bodies in general are made up of cylinders and boxes, and so you do it the same way, you know, clothes look on this mannequin at a store or whatever as clothing drapes around 3D form.
Mm-hmm.
And so drawing clothes on any body type, it works relatively similar.
Yeah. Just don't start changing the body type when you add clothes. That's it.
Yeah.
The app is Procreate. But like, I would just do a bunch of like doodles like this. Oh, rib cage, pelvis. Pelvis is a bowl, or it could be underwear shape. And then you're just constantly calculating. Oh, does this rib cage and pelvis look like they're about the same unit of measurement? You know, roughly so. Then move on, and then just continue adding and adding and adding. Can't afford to Procreate. Yeah, that's and is Ibis Paint good? I think so. You can try it and see what you think. I remember when I first tried to draw on my phone digitally, I just grabbed the free one of the free programs that I thought was, I don't know, looked neat and could get some drawing done, and then later on I got Procreate Pocket. Is box method for drawing bodies easier or circle method? I don't know what circle method is. If you mean like this, like here's the rib cage and here's the pelvis. I mean,
I think they're about the same.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are impossible without being able to draw in 3D. So, a box is 3D, a circle is 2D. So I'm assuming you mean spheres or like egg shapes or like, you know, that sort of thing. But they're about the same. Like it depends on personal preference. I'd say it's less about box or sphere and more about can you draw in 3D, because that's what they are.
Yeah. Go.
All right, here's these for Christina. I've made a couple of dead mannequins. And I'll chuck these over to you. They are relatively okay proportions.
Okay, I will grab them.
So what Christina and I do is we tend to do collabs and stuff on the stream as well. I just went ahead and drew 2 bodies laying on the ground, one upside down and one right side up. It's like a crime scene. Yeah, in fact,
it's like a cadaver.
We could be like this, you know.
Oh, perfect. It looks like a couple that unfortunately was in a murder scene and they placed the bodies next to each other. The tragedy.
And they're like, what's going on here?
Abby detective.
Yeah, we could have
Abby
some
would be a great
sort
detective.
of
Body found in Raccoon City.
Yeah, dude. Leon's body. Sorry, Lau. What is this? Olive oil. Oh my gosh, dude, I love olive oil. We cook with it all the time. Thank you for the hard hands.
So tired of studying anatomy?
Then don't.
You can take a break. I would say practice more of drawing the volumes.
Yeah. Anatomy is not all that important. Like, not compared to some of the other foundations. Anyways, I'll go back to Christina's screen. What's up?
Okay, good.
You dropped your...
I dropped my pencil.
Right on the tip?
It seemed like it was right on the tip, and I was scared for a second.
And so does it work good?
Yeah, it works fine. I don't see any damage. What was I gonna do? Oh, someone asked, how do you know if your proportions are correct? You have a proportional method. I go by landmarks. So, do you want to switch to my screen real quick?
I thought I was.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was on your screen.
So, like, for instance, Colton here, he knows that from the... Oops. Let me just draw with red here. I always like to draw in red. He knows that the bottom of the pelvis to the top of the head is the same length as from here to the feet. So that's what he's calculated.
This proportional method allows you to just block in simple figures at any angle in perspective.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I use it.
And then...
I just use a very simple mannequin.
He knows that if you divide this in half, that's approximately where the chest is. Divide this in half, he's got the kneecaps, bottom of the kneecaps. So, like, that's a proportional measurement. And then to get the head, all he had to do was divide this in half, and he got the bottom of the head. Right? So you just look for landmarks like this. And then you look for smaller landmarks, like, oh, where do the elbows go? Well, my elbows go basically at around my rib cage, and my wrist goes at around my crotch. So, like, those are other landmarks that you memorize. How can we apply the proportions with poses that are asymmetrical or imbalanced? I would say if it's asymmetrical or imbalanced, look for the easiest part of the body that you can, like, measure constantly with. Like, for instance, some poses will have, your torso and, let's say, your weighted leg. The torso, I always go by head to pelvis. Like that I can use relationally with other things. And then I'm like, okay, my leg is about roughly this length. And sometimes the weighted leg helps you to find that. And then whether you have like a pose that has a bent leg, you're like, okay, I know that this is halfway on this leg. I can use this as reference. So now when I draw my leg that's bent, I don't have to be like, oh, is it like this short or like this long? No, I have a measurement. So I'm like, okay, this length is same as this length. Okay, here's my kneecap. Then goes down like this, and then goes down like that.
I hate color theory. I hate line art.
I hate everything.
I hate color theory. I hate line art.
Line art is actually really fun.
But I love both.
I love both.
It
is hard though.
I was getting into the mindset. I was getting with the energy.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw on top of these.
Let me see.
Should I draw them as corpses?
Literally whatever you want. I would just draw them as people laying down. You could draw like Miki, and I mean that's not the proportion of Miki, but you could draw it as a a random person.
He's sleeping. So cylinder for the neck. Then I start changing body type.
There was a question earlier. It was, get out of here, cat hair. Which fundamentals are more important? I mean, I don't know if it's so much about more important or not. There are certain fundamentals that show up in almost everything. These three are super important. Dimensional drawing, aka perspective. I can't remember the last time I drew something that wasn't 3D, that wasn't implied to be in 3D. Three-dimensional means X, Y, and Z axis, right? I don't even know a single time other than like abstract art that people draw things that aren't in 3D. So it's pretty important. Almost every single thing you'll ever draw is in 3D. Even if it's if it's a bush and you put another bush and you put the back of the bush behind it. This is 3D. One object overlapping another. There is implied Z dimension, right? Going up, down, left, right, and away from us. So dimensional drawing is really, 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 really important. It pretty much encompasses everything you're ever going to want to draw. Design. Making it look good. I can't imagine someone would want to make a drawing that doesn't look good, and that's going to be the topic of design. That's going to be the topic of design. Like, if it looks good, there's a reason. That's design. And then observational skills. This is another really important one, which is what do things look like? If I want to draw a tree, what do trees look like? If I want to draw a person, what does a person look like? And I don't just mean being able to see something and copy it. I mean being able to see something and understand it in three-dimensional forms. Like, these three things, in my opinion, are like the core, the underlying core of pretty much everything. And obviously, there's a lot of fundamentals, right? And there's fundamentals that stack on others. There's like lighting and color. Lighting builds on top of dimensional drawing because you can't light something that's not 3D. Otherwise, it's just a color. It's just like a flat color. You can't really light it because light has a direction in 3D space, right? The light is in front of me right there. It exists in a 3D world. And so like lighting, color theory, all this kind of thing. I guess color theory is probably more under like design, but these to me are like the big three. The big three that you're basically working on with every single drawing you ever make. There's more, but that's what I think.
What is the recommended age skill level to go through your course?
You can be a complete beginner. It's built for anybody who wants to learn how to draw. It's a foundational school. So you go from the very beginning, the first line, all the way to complete finished artworks.
And pieces.
Yes, exactly. We even have an introduction to digital art class that literally teaches you the basics of digital art programs.
Yeah, this is stuff that you do in the class. These are like finals for the heads and faces class. These are finals for the anatomy class that you take. And this may look intimidating at first, but don't worry, I take you through the very first steps. Colton teaches the perspective classes. These are the finals that you do, just to kind of give you a sample of what you'll expect by the end of the classes. Here is my clothing class that I teach you to draw clothes and also render them. Character design classes and illustrations. And backgrounds. These are Colton's backgrounds.
Yep.
So these are all done from start to finish. He teaches you the fundamentals of how backgrounds work in general, like layering.
Clothing classes, I need that. Well, this
yeah,
school's
this
got
school
clothing classes.
This school's got a lot of good clothing drawings.
Is drawing talent or a skill? I think drawing is a language, and you can learn a language. Like, if you're talking to us in chat, you can learn how to draw, because it's just another language. It's a visual one.
Drawing suits and dresses.
Heck, they literally call it visual communication. It is a visual language. Like, talking is like, an audio language.
Yeah.
So I think anybody who's learned how to talk and write and communicate through language can learn how to draw.
What if I did this? Oh,
That's my belief. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen any evidence to point otherwise.
I turned the iPad down and it helped the exposure.
I've always wanted to get better at art. I struggle so much. I'm going to look into this. Yes. And it's 20% off.
20% off.
It is 20% off. Use code SPRING at checkout. Take a picture of that, by the way.
Yes.
Screenshot that.
So
that
you
is the
don't
website. Drawanime.com.
So if you join, go ahead.
If we join, do we have to learn like everything, or can we just pick which one? So technically, when you get it, you have access to everything. So you can jump around if you want. I don't recommend it because it's foundational. You like build up like a building from the beginning, but you can access everything. It doesn't lock you out of lessons and stuff.
I would say, as a personal opinion, I would take Colton's dimensional drawing class. That's in term 2 technically, and I would take it first.
You can.
You can take that one first. In fact, I would really recommend that. That's the only one that I would say you can take that in like term 1.
Yeah.
It is so important. It like helps like with everything. Helps with people drawing. Helps with animal drawing. Helps with anything. So like I would take that as well. Like if you want to pick which one to do first.
Yeah. By the way, these 3 things right here. I was watching like a short by Mark Brunette. He said like the exact same thing. People will interchange this. These, by the way, some people will call this like form drawing.
We got another question. How does the school work? Do we attend lessons live or watch recordings or what? So these are pre-recorded classes, pre-recorded videos, so you watch on your own time. These are not live lessons or anything like that.
You will hear it called this. Perspective. Perspective. Yes. I'm an art major, not an English major. Thank you. You will, when I say dimensional drawing, these 3 are also appropriate substitutes. It literally just means, the ability to draw in 3-dimensional space, right? I could pull this up and out. It's like 3D modeling, right? And I could go, I'm going to put another box right here, and it's going to be rotated, say, like this, and that's another house. What's up?
Can they be paid in installments?
No. It's a one-time.
Do I need a drawing tablet?
I would recommend it, or some way to draw digitally. Right, like this, like a spatial awareness in 3-dimensional space, like this. I'm thinking about this literally like I'm thinking in Blender.
What course do you get from art schools usually?
What course do you get from art schools? I'm not sure what you mean.
Or do you mean like what's the curriculum for like art schools?
Art schools have a very broad curriculum. Christina and I, our curriculum focuses on building foundational drawing and painting skills. This is not going to give you classes where you're taking like general art college curriculum. This is like, I want to learn how to draw. I want to learn how to make characters, draw people correctly. I want to learn proportion and anatomy and costumes and backgrounds and painting. And our school focuses only on that stuff. It is like, we're not giving you other unrelated classes that you have to go to. This is like a foundational school. It
It's
builds
exactly what you need. No fluff.
Yes, it builds you the skills you need to do stuff like this, which is a collaborative artwork that Christina and I made this last week. On stream live, you can go check it out on YouTube. All of our VODs are up for you to watch. We made the whole thing start to finish on stream. And the skills that we're talking about, we used in this: perspective, lighting, color theory, design,
painting,
clothing, character heads, faces, expressions, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to learn the skills to be able to make this sort of thing, that's what our school focuses on.
And we currently have a discount right now. So this is our spring discount. Code SPRING at checkout. It's 20% off right now. But yes. And then Foxes would really recommend their classes and books. Thank you.
Awesome. Fox, our little
sales girl.
Our little secretary.
Yes, and you can also, we also have books, drawing books, mainly focused on like drawing anime characters and stuff. You can also get those on our TikTok shop.
Anime Academy would be like art school, but actually fun. We try to make it as fun as possible.
Yeah, we do. We try to
would
make it
you
as
say the classes help more than these streams? Yeah, they are
Yes.
in-depth. Like, we don't go into in-depth, full start-to-finish stuff. These streams are more like highlights. They're like, they jump between topics and they don't go in very much depth. And another thing is we don't give homework on the streams. The only way to get better is by practicing and applying what you learn. We rarely give homework on live streams. If you really want to get better, you have to practice and apply what you learn. Repetition builds that. We don't teach shortcuts.
No, we don't.
We teach foundational skills that you practice, and you'll learn a lot. Like, it's big. Do you have a specific brand of drawing tablets? I don't have one right now, but would like to buy. There's a lot of good ones, honestly. I was really impressed with Huion. They sent us a tablet for free, and we used it, and it was great. I loved it. Canvas 13 Gen 3? 16?
Gen 3, yes.
Gen 3, okay.
It was good. It was great.
She's the one who used it mostly. I used it a little bit. You know, Wacom works really well. The iPad works good for drawing. A lot of stuff is really good.
You know, when in doubt, when you're drawing someone upside down, just rotate them right side up, and then you'd be able to draw them.
Hello, first time here. Do you guys do art critiques? Yes, sometimes. And when we do, we will be opening a critique channel in our Discord server. So when we do a critique stream, the work is submitted through Discord. But I don't believe we're doing a critique stream today. Because this is Anatomy Monday. I love flipping art upside down. Yeah, it works good.
So when I'm drawing like over this body right here, I'm literally thinking, I'm using this as a base. Colton's already figured out the proportions for me, and this is what you would do. Like, you figure out your proportions, you figure out your volumes, and then afterwards you draw over on top and then decide what do you want to show. So like this guy right here, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm looking up at him. So that means here's his nose. Here's my head, here's my nose, and nose faces up.
Then I'll be joining you guys. Awesome.
Awesome.
Welcome. Yeah,
here's the neck.
Discord invite is on the linky on our profile, or drawanime.com, or discord.gg/mikibiki is the invite, MIKIBIKI. But you can get the invite on our linky as well. Make sure you do all the demos, examples, homework assignments, even extra recommended assignments for the course. Absolutely. To see the most improvement.
Do everything.
Do everything.
Follow the demos. Do the homework, then do it 100 more times.
Yeah.
100 more times over the span of your art journey.
Yeah, and so you can see that Christina is using the very simple bodies that I drew as almost like a perspective grid. It's like gets her in the ballpark, and you can see like she'll change the pose. I just drew like a really simple mannequin pose, and so she's changing that. What if his arm was over like his...
Yeah, I could do that. And it's like, oh yeah, once you know things dimensionally, you're like, oh yeah, I can turn his arm over to the side. It's just another cylinder.
Thick arm.
Yeah, it's very thick arm.
It's good. It's good stuff.
There we go.
And so like this is dimensional drawing right here. She's using my drawing that I made as a perspective grid, and she's breaking down the body in simple volumes. I can't see TikTok shop. Rip. Are there assignments and due dates? No, it's you get it. You if you buy it, you get it forever. It's self-paced. So you can leave, come back to it later. You could spend 2 weeks on the week one. You could spend 3 weeks on week one.
And I want maybe this guy. Thick arm. I tend to make thick arms for some reason.
Yeah. And it is 20% off.
Yes, it is 20% off.
We are married. We've been married for over 5 years.
5 years already.
I know. Time flies so fast.
so fast. I still feel like I'm like either year 1 or 2.
I was trying to learn to rotate the head from lower and upper angles. Really struggling with the jaw connection. Might try and learn Krenz cubes to make it a bit easier. Yeah, that would honestly help a lot. I find like even thinking about heads in terms of, let me think for a second. When I have trouble thinking about things in perspective, I really try to break them down into something that I can like cut, right? Like a simple plane, and then I'll go in, down, you know, like that.
Joop, joop, joop.
Right? Or we could go, yeah, just like this. Like I try to think about it in terms of like, I've got my basic perspective. Say we go whatever, like this. Here's the front. Well, here's the front. Here's the side. Halfway point, say, comes up and back, right?
Oh, that's a head.
Maybe that's like, yeah, maybe that's like the head. And so here's the back, the underside. And then we go, oh, that comes up and back. And you could practice drawing these forms from different angles. That's like, I do agree. I think the Krenz cubes are really useful. Maybe we
They're really useful. They're hard to do, but they're very useful.
Yeah, they require a lot of practice, but you honestly can get better at rotating objects from different angles, right? Halfway, come up, back, and you can just kind of build these heads out like a very simple volume for the head. Or, you know, you could kind of just, and now my head drawing skills are a little bit subpar.
He says, but I don't think so. I need to learn lighting and rendering. Any tips on going about that? Any video recommendations?
Lighting
and rendering.
I mean, I have a whole class on it, but that is what I teach. And so if you want to come back to streams, we teach that a lot. I actually did this entire demo, lighting, rendering, color theory. I teach that a lot. This is a demo from yesterday explaining how to find the colors of things. This was a demo on clouds, drop shadows. So I teach this a lot on stream. So this was a live demo that I did on stream. I explained basically all of my decisions. Let me think. Nothing really more in there.
There's more.
Like, this is a live demo that we did on stream. We worked on it over the last 4 or 5 days. And so all of these, like, I explained exactly how I do these little things and everything. Like, these are, it's advanced skills, but
yeah, that's a nice
I try to break it down in a simple and understandable way. So if you do want to learn that, I have a class on it in our anime art school if you want to check that out. It's 20% off right now. However, if you don't want to like buy something, we do teach it on stream, like here and there. We go over it and I'll do breakdowns and stuff.
Yeah. Is it also possible to use like squares and stuff, because I suck at using circles?
I don't know what you mean by squares. Squares and circles are both two-dimensional shapes, and they're not going to help you that much with drawing a head in 3D, because you have to move from 2D to 3D.
So like this.
Which about 10x is the complication.
This is a square. This is a cube.
Yeah.
Or box. This is a circle. This is a sphere.
Yeah. It's like thinking about it in 3D.
So if you are trying to... Now, you may be, you know, using the term for this, but saying squares and circles, but like sometimes, you know, mentally you might be thinking too much in 2D, and that like kind of cooks you sometimes. I do know people mean 3D, but sometimes it's good to correct. It's good to be like, hey, you know, just to let you know the proper terminology, so that it's not confusing. Because like when people ask about this stuff, yes, we do know what they mean. Usually. Sometimes no, but like it's better just clarify. But you know that, Fox. I remember I used to call boxes squares.
Yeah.
So, but like it's better to just call them boxes.
Luna's another thing that you can do is sometimes I'll just drop in like an X and a Y, and I'll turn this into the head. So like, you know, let's just say we got like our cranium up here, and then this is my up and down, and this is my left and right. And I'll just kind of, you know, carve this side. Because again, this is going to be my minor axis. So if I'm drawing a circle in perspective, it's going to be an ellipse, and my minor axis is going to point down towards my vanishing point, which literally is just a fancy way of saying this line is going to split this ellipse in half. So that's how I line it up, right? And then I can just come down and come down here, you know, and do that. Or rather, maybe we'll go like this. Boop, boop, boop. Like that. We can draw this from different angles. But again, like this is pretty hardcore dimensional drawing, right? Like,
oh, that's nice.
This is pretty hardcore dimensional drawing. Brow ridge.
Cheekbone.
Cheekbone.
Eyes are a bit too close to the nose.
What's that?
Eyes are a bit too close to the nose. Here we go.
Right, side plane of the head. This comes back. This cuts out. This has basically an arc that goes down like that.
Head drawing.
Yeah, but breaking it down into this really simple way is really important. Like, different people draw them different ways. If I want to draw like an anime face, I'll often start with like a circle, and I'll just kind of start with the center line of the face and go, you know, we could do something along the lines of like that. Maybe I'll pull this up a little bit.
How can I draw anatomically correct yaoi? Practice it a lot. That's all I can say. Draw a bunch of male bodies.
Yeah.
Draw a bunch of male bodies.
Christina teaches these classes. She's a lot better at it than I am. I know the basics, but I would say that the thing that carries me is my dimensional drawing. Like, I have pretty strong perspective, so that's what's carrying my stuff. I'm not as familiar with the proportions of people. This is probably a little bit further over, like that. There we go. Mannequin, like a crash test dummy. Ooh.
Yeah, crash test dummy.
I need to look up like a crash test dummy head. Crash dummy head. Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, those are pretty good. Those are kind of horrifying looking.
They are terrifying. Ooh,
I used to be scared of them. I simplify feet as wedges. There we go. It's easier to draw the simple forms than it is the actual like details. I add like a little toe box. Boop. And add a heel like that. So now we got a foot. When are you guys gonna play Draw Me again? When we feel like it. We've been having a lot of fun just doing like collaboration drawings and showing the process of that these days.
Yeah.
Because we also get practice.
You know, people mean 3D. Usually they do. Sometimes they don't. Did those bodies that I draw help?
Yes. You know, maybe I'll make this a graceful girl sleeping and she has her hands clasped.
You guys ain't reading my comments. I haven't been reading anybody's comments, bro. I've been drawing.
We don't guarantee reading everyone's comments. Sometimes we just see the latest one and that's what we read.
I don't even see a comment by you. TikTok, it looks like TikTok probably
censored it or something.
Censored it. I don't see anything. Bunch of follows. Thank you. Tuna, Fox, V, Ren, V, Tuna. No. TikTok's probably
cooked it.
Someone says finish the roof, please. I don't. That must have been a long time ago. Fox, don't see anything. Yeah, it happens a lot. TikTok mutes comments. I don't know why. They do it a lot, honestly.
Yeah. They do it for like, I guess, like kind of not very good comments or something like that. I don't know.
Requesting worm's eye view perspective background. Yeah, that'd be a really low horizon line, and you'd probably want to use 3-point perspective with a vanishing point in the sky. So like a worm's eye view is literally Like, probably like this kind of thing,
Ooh.
right? Like you could even go, and you're like looking up, right?
This is where I would get confused on where to put the floor, because it's
You wouldn't
you
even
wouldn't
need to
even
have
need
the
to
floor.
have
Like you
floor.
could literally just
crop it like that.
crop it like that. But essentially, like worm's eye view, you could switch to a fisheye lens where you kind of are like this.
Ooh, fisheye.
Yeah. Well, let me do this a little bit neater. And I probably shouldn't. So like worm's eye view is you're just kind of looking up a lot. Fisheye, lens.
Is it better to draw circles freehandly or with the help of a tool?
You can do either. It doesn't really
either.
matter. If you want to get good at drawing them freehand, you should practice drawing them freehand. See, there's my janky circle, dude.
You could just draw a circle and then divide it in half both ways.
Yup.
I use the word
And
pew a lot. Those sound effects.
And zoop. So you could do something like this, right? You could do a worm's eye view in a fisheye lens. But like, then this would basically be VP3, right? And VP and a VP here and a vanishing point here. Fisheye perspective gets a little bit complicated. I'm not going to teach it on this stream. But you could go crop your shot to this. And then if you wanted boxes up here, you know, you could go, say, here. And these could be buildings. And they could go into the background. And you could look up at something in the sky, like, I don't know, a person or something. Like up there, who's like flying, I don't know. So you'd have a vanishing point above, or you could just use like normal 3-point perspective, right? You could just kind of draw out a little grid. Zoop, zoop. Right? Something like this. Simple. And then your horizon line, you know, you could put it like down here. Let's just say we got that. Halfway, halfway, halfway.
What drawing tablet do you recommend or website? Drawing tablet? Colton uses a Intuos Pro, which is just like a no screen tablet. I use an iPad and occasionally, and we also use Cintiqs. Whichever one is within your budget and works, you know. If you can only afford ones that are like screenless, I would say do those. You can still get used to it, and it's fun. It's actually quite fun to use those tablets. Or if you want a screen, then it's probably a bit more expensive.
You know, you could do something like this. Is the AC on in here?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It feels a little bit
Right?
hot.
Like you can look up at people from below, like worm's eye. That's all it is just your horizon line is really low. Horizon line. You got a vanishing point up there, left, right, and your camera is low. So like the camera height is, the horizon line is the camera height. So if you've got a horizon line and you are 2 meters off the ground, zoop, 2 meters, then everything that's 2 meters, every line that comes off the horizon line and touches the ground is going to be 2 meters. So let's say this is a, whatever, 2 meter tall person, right? 2 meters. And then if there's someone far in the background, they're 2 meters. And if there's someone close in the foreground, right, they're 2 meters. If your horizon line is 6 inches off the ground, then you're going to be intersecting everybody's feet. Even if the horizon line is right there. If it's 6 inches, it's like, I don't know, here's a person's foot.
Yeah.
And a person's other foot.
The nice walking scene.
Yeah, like feet, right? And then there's someone back here, and it's like, oh, here's the person.
If you're okay with secondhand, a lot of people reselling their tablets. Oh yeah, that's a good option too.
Yeah, that's a great option,
It's a great
right?
option.
So there's people down there, and there could be like mountains and stuff in the background. Here's a foot. See how the horizon line is intersecting everybody at the same spot? So like a worm's eye is basically you're not very high off the ground and you're like looking up. So, right? Whatever.
How long have you been drawing? Someone asked.
Long time.
Long time.
Years. Right? You could do
Ooh.
horizon line. And if you do worm's eye, people are going to change sizes up and down this way rapidly. So someone right in front of you, like someone's foot is going to be like this. Right? And then maybe like the back of their foot. And then this is going to be like whatever, that. And so maybe that's a worm's eye view, right? And you could have another person, I don't know, in the back.
Basically, the horizon is the feet, and basically everyone's foot is there.
Yeah. Right? You could have another person here.
Is it good to start learning to draw at 15? Yes.
It's, yeah.
Great.
Any age is
Any age
great.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I saw a meme the other day.
Oh, I think you sent it to me, right? As well.
Nah, dude, it's too late. This is your competition, honestly. If you're anything older than this baby's age, it's too late.
They're already watching how to draw hands as an infant. Is the fish eye lens you drew just what I'd use for Krenz cubes, or do you have to modify it at all?
My Photoshop crashed, I think, or something. Is the fisheye lens you just drew what I'd use for Krenz cubes, or do you have to modify it all? You don't have to draw fisheye lenses, or you don't have to draw Krenz cubes in a fisheye lens. It's just what's the word? Yeah, wait.
Ugh, I did not merge all my layers.
Yeah, sorry guys, my Photoshop that I was drawing on just crashed.
Rip.
So it probably is not going to be
Saved?
It's probably not going to be saved.
Uh-oh. Why didn't my parents think of that? Oh no.
Whoa, we are tweaking. I think the computer is just like having trouble keeping up with all the RAM usage because I do a bunch of Photoshop stuff. Maybe it'll give me a recover document.
I hope so.
I learned since I was in the womb. Nice. That's smart. You're gold standard. Yeah, I lost all of the what I just drew. So hopefully you saw that demo. Otherwise, you can go rewatch it on YouTube. Is the fisheye? So like Krenz cubes, you can draw them in any camera lens. Krenz cubes are just like what's the word, like steps, like rotated in steps?
Incrementally?
Yeah, like incrementally. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. They're just incrementally rotated cubes, right? You have like front. Your knee's doing its thing. Right? 1 to 3.
2 to 2.
2 to 2. Right? Like these are ratios. The Krenz cubes are just ratios. So we've got, 3 to 1. This is just like we see one part of the left and we see 3 parts of the front. We see 2 parts of the left. We see 2 parts of the front. We see 3 parts of the left. We see 1 part of the front. And then we go
full side view.
Full side view. So this is the front. This is the side. That's a Krenz cube. These cubes could be drawn in any perspective. Technically speaking, your vanishing points are actually right here. This is a vanishing point, and this is a vanishing point. However, you could draw this in any camera lens you want. A fisheye lens is a camera lens. It's just a really, really wide camera lens with curvature. So a Krenz cube in a fisheye lens would just, you know, it would be curved. And it would go like this. Whatever. You know, I would need to draw them so they would actually fit in there. But fisheye lenses, longer lenses, the boxes are still there. It's just how you're looking at them, right? But let's just say if I drew it on this. If I drew Krenz cubes on this, it would be like fisheye lens, right? This would be very slightly turned or curved, right? If I drew it right here, this would be like very slightly curved. This one would be straight because it's coming from the center of my lens. This one would be very slightly curved. This one would be 2 to 2, and that one would be straight. This one would be very slightly curved, and it would look like that, right? This one would be 3 to 1, straight, slightly curved, right? And then this one, if I had actually lined them up right, this would be better, but it would be like this, right?
Just get any free app and just try it out, Ari. You can do IBIS and just try it out. Most people use that for free iPad app, free apps.
The app, or not the app, the lens is causing the curvature. The boxes are still sitting there. Like, you could take a camera and have a box sitting there, and you could take off the lens and put on a fisheye lens, and now the box will look curved, even though it's still the same box. So
it's like a filter.
Yeah, the lens is a filter that distorts the object. It's just how you see the world. So you don't have to draw Krenz cubes in a fisheye lens. You can, but you don't have to. You could draw Krenz cubes in isometric perspective.
It's almost
right?
like different versions. Like, do you want the isometric filter?
Yeah.
Do you want the fisheye filter?
Yeah. Isometric perspective Krenz cubes would literally look like this.
Oh my.
And it would still be the ratio 1 to 3. 2 to 2, 0 point perspective. There's no vanishing points. Right? 2 to 2. Front. 3 to 1. And this would be the rotated box, right? So this would be the side, the side.
Have you ever tried Clip
The front.
Studio? Yes, I have.
The front.
It's good.
Right? The front. This needs to be pulled out. Right? It'd look like that as you rotate it. And it's the same
it still
thing
looks
here.
like a box, actually. Funny
Yeah.
enough.
And so we get the side, 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 side. Front.
I remember seeing a demo before on fisheye lens
Front.
and assumed it was needed. Okay,
Front.
nah, you
Front.
don't need it to do it. It's more of like a challenge. Like,
Yeah,
of a challenge.
people will do them in fisheye lenses because they want to get better at fisheye lenses, right? They'll go 3 to 1, and then they'll do full side. And this would be like a box inside view in isometric perspective, Krenz cube. Here's the side. Here's the side.
love color coding.
So it's like that. This is a rotated box, except this is isometric. And this is just, 2 point. Why? Because these are straight. One vanishing point and another vanishing point behind this box. And then this one is fisheye perspective. And you have your Z, your top Y, your bottom Y, your right X, and your left X. And then your Z obviously is in the middle. So you can represent Krenz cubes in any perspective. It's about the ratio between the sides. Then I flip it and go up and down for 81 as a full set. Yeah. If you want to do the full set.
I'm drawing Mickey.
Yeah, sorry, chat. That was a deep question.
It was a deep.
It probably was not, the answer probably was not for everyone. It's very much
I think people still enjoyed it. Nonetheless.
You guys drawing are so cool. I hope to draw just like you guys. Awesome. Thank you.
You.
We do have a school.
Yep.
I burped as I said that. Bleh.
Your face is like pizza dough. I just want to stretch it and spin it and put sauce on it. Eat it.
Quit that.
How do you guys draw cars? Oh, boy.
Cars.
Cole's
Cars are
pretty good
kind
at
of like
drawing
heads,
cars.
dude, honestly.
Well-
You like draw a shape and then you drop wrapping lines and put them in perspective.
Draw shape.
Like lock in Colton. And what? Lock in what, dude? Like, honestly, cars are kind of like a speed form. Like, the way that I think about cars, and I'm not very good at drawing cars, but like, I literally draw cars like I draw heads. It's like, I draw a silhouette,
Ooh, those are nice lines. I always like when we draw lines like that. It's really
right?
good.
And you can go, whatever. I literally think, because it's like, cars are complicated forms in perspective, but so are heads, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
heads are also complicated forms in perspective.
That is very true.
So how do we draw heads? Well, we draw a silhouette and then put perspective into it. That's how I draw cars. I'm not very good at them, but like, where this is the eye. This is the other eye.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's
wait.
how I draw cars. Like, I
Wait.
think about them like I think about drawing a head or a face,
You're cooking.
right? This is not a proportional car.
Apple.
Baby Jack.
Baby Jack.
There's a car.
Applejack car.
Scoot. He's investigating Agent 67 glasses.
You could put it on top of the hat. Uh-oh, he's coming back.
Right?
He's just sniffing around.
Homie, get out of here. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to be doing all that.
Nope, he's convinced. Wait, is he gonna do the face? He's probably gonna do the face. No,
Something
he's licking
stinks, dude. Who got something on... Wait a second.
it. What?
Why is Applejack stinky?
What do
Why
you
is he
mean he's-
licking stuff? What is that?
Do you think there's something... What does it smell like?
I think he got something on him. Something nasty.
Something like poop?
I don't even know. Look, it's all over. He jumped up here and he's got something on him.
I don't smell
He's
it.
like licking it.
Is it food?
I don't know. It's like on him.
Oh, look.
See, look, smell that. Yeah, I told you.
Is it pee?
I don't know what it is. No, it don't smell like pee to me.
It smells weird.
Applejack's tainted with something. Nasty. You want to get a wet paper towel? Applejack's brought in some nasty junk into our room and dragging it all over the place. If I follow, will it automatically turn on live notification when you go live? Where is it? I told you, it stinks, dude. He stinks. Can you grab him and figure out why he stinks so bad? I think he got into something nasty. Is it his booty butt? Ew, dude. Stepping all over Lau's nice mouse pad. Gross. He's like licking it too.
Smells like litter to me.
You don't?
But like faintly.
Does booty butt smell?
Smells like it.
No, get that out of my face. You want to go wash his butt or something? Ring notification. I don't care who's.
Alright, can I get a booty butt wash?
Christina's gonna go wash Apple butt. That's a big cat. He is a 15 plus pounder. What is going on? Get away from me. Oh, it's just Amazon. Never mind. Yeah, that's how dang, dude. Nasty goblins in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. I don't know what the heck that was, dude. Grody. Anybody seen Totally Spies? But anyways, that's how I draw cars. If you're interested in, I don't draw cars very much at all, but when I do, I draw them like heads, where again, like my head is just a silhouette. that I draw form lines over. And I got bad news for you. If you can't draw in perspective, there's no way you're going to be able to draw it. What is it? Is it on his booty? You wiped it? Did you bathe him? I don't know, dude. What is he? Does he full on need a bath? What is that stuff? Is like oozing out of his dookie bookie? That won't, dude. It was like juice. There was like juice on the tablet. That's what you smelled. That was the nasty smell. He had like some sort of a juice goblin stuff. I don't even know. It was not. It was liquid, and he was licking it. He was eating it. It smelled like a rotting corpse. Poopy rotting corpse. Yeah, there were like speps. I don't know where it came from. Didn't come from up there. Was it poo? No, it wasn't poo. It was like a clear, stinky liquid. And it wasn't, I don't know. He was like drinking the heck out of it. Better not have gotten any of it on my, no. He didn't even go to my drink. What if you went dumpster diving? What dumpster? There ain't no dumpsters around here. No, it's like good now. Do you guys have favorite artists? Yes, absolutely. I really like Craig Mullins. Craig Mullins is great. Reno Tuna is really awesome. I really am a big fan of Yu-Ming Lee. I wouldn't say Yu-Ming Lee is my favorite artist. What is it? It's a dingleberry. You need to get that. Is Mousepad okay? I think so. Where's your partner? She's dealing with cat dingleberries. Reno Tuna mention? Yeah. I would say like I really like Yu-Ming Lee and his use of simultaneous contrast. I'm a really big fan of Nathan Fowkes. I like that Zach Retz. Oh, dude, Zach Retz is so good. Zach Retz. I was looking at his work earlier. Dude, you gotta see this. It's so good. He's a phenomenal painter. Just phenomenal painter. Is that the culprit? Zach Retz. Oh, just a phenomenal painter, dude. Extremely versatile. I'm trying to look for some of his work. Like, here's some examples of his studies. This. I'm trying to find, like, oh, this one's awesome. I'm just on Google right now. I probably shouldn't be on Google. I should probably be on, like, his website or something. Look at this, dude. Zach Retz has such good painting work. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Here's like a sailboat one or something. Let me go to like his Facebook page. Oh yeah, this one I saw earlier. Look at this, dude.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Oh, it's so
like
gorgeous. Yeah, but it's like you can see it's all just very painterly and loose and rough, and it's just so incredibly like intense. Such a good vibe.
Hey, Papu.
One of my favorite artists just of all time. Really, 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 really versatile. Like, look at this, dude. That's so cool.
They say cats have anal glands. They probably leaked or something.
Uh-oh.
They smell like hot dead body. That's probably what it is. I mean,
it probably is, dude. He's a nasty little bugger sometimes.
Butt gland, bro. Like,
booty,
is that a bad
gland?
thing? Is it normal that they leak a little bit?
Sometimes, probably. It's gross, dude. Toby, did you make Apple leak? Yeah, Zach Retz has phenomenal work. Here's like a little collection of, looks like sketches by him. 1 hour little sketches by him. Zach Retz. This. One of my favorite artists. Reno Tuna. I really love Reno Tuna. What else? Yuming Lee. I like Zach Retz's concepts and stuff more than Yuming Lee, but
Yuming Lee is a really good painter.
however, Yuming has a really, really good way of very carefully planning value structure and design that I just am a huge fan of. This is like
That's so good. Holy
yeah,
cow.
this is Yuming's stuff. Big screenshot, copy. So this is like an example of Yuming's art. He's very, I took a class by him. He's really, really, really careful with value grouping, planning the composition, design,
Wow.
all that sort
I
of
love the
thing.
blue sky one up there, that environment one.
This?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, this
pretty.
is-
oh,
this
it's
is really
beautiful.
cool.
I love that color palette.
So this one right here is really nice. You can see that like this is like a mid-key artwork. It feels so vibrant, but it's like all very gray. It's like almost two values.
Wow.
You've got like your dark right here. You've got your medium and you've got your light, and it's 3 values. It looks like basically 3 values.
That's amazing.
And then it's just very, very vibrant. I'm really inspired by this stuff. Like, I think, like, story-wise, I'm a much bigger fan of this stuff. But I really do respect how Yuming Lee paints.
so good. It's just so masterful. Gustav Klimt. Oh yeah, Gustav Klimt's great.
Yuming Lee. These are just like some of my personal artists that I really like. Like this is just great. This is so
Gosh.
effective use of grouping and like making people pay attention to the focal point.
That is just beautiful.
3 values, again, similar to like this one, right? And you could see that he really, really, really carefully controls his hard and soft edges in order to get you to look at very particular areas. And another thing that Yuming Lee does is he's really good at handling noisy, complicated areas of like a lot of rocks or stone or trees. Zach Retz is really good at that too, right? Like, look at this. Like,
Zach
that's
Retz is the first guy.
so good. Like, it feels like a shelf full of magazines and stuff of different colors. But yet, if you zoom into it, it's just very implied with large shapes. Like, I really aspire to get to the level of this.
That's amazing.
This is Zach Retz. Like, you can just see how incredibly, like, how much mastery he has over this.
Wow.
Like, such simple brush strokes in order to convey such, like, a complicated topic. Or, like, such a noisy texture that just reads so incredibly well.
Who was that one guy that did the one that we saw at Lifebox? Brock? Alex Brock? Is that his name?
Lightbox. We didn't see
No, not
anybody at
Lifebox. Not
Lightbox.
Lifebox. Fan Fusion.
Alex Brock. I mean, Craig Mullins, obviously. I'm a huge fan of Craig Mullins' work as well. Like, I think Craig Mullins is one of my favorite, just complete favorite artists of all time. Let me go here.
Do you guys have a tutorial on how to do things like those shelf of books, like that kind of stuff with just simple shapes?
Not really. That comes from years of practice and experience in order to, like, really kind of indicate something in a painterly way.
It's not really something that a tutorial can.
Like, you could have a tutorial on it, on how you do a particular thing, but there's going to be so much underlying information. This is Craig Mullins' work. Again, you can see, like, I'm a really big fan of people who paint really, really, really loosely, but when you zoom out, you're just like, dude,
Man,
like,
that's the thing.
it so feels like something, like, very, like, solid and there.
Substantial.
I mean, Craig Mullins is a legend. Everybody loves his work. He's very, very, very well known and respected amongst the concept and illustration community. He does a lot of work for lots of different projects and stuff. You know, this is like official art for that game. Super awesome. And his name is Craig Mullins. He's one of my favorite painters. Craig.
Could you maybe answer a question about perspective? What perspective question is it?
Super good work.
Yeah, that's really good. Wow.
Just so good, dude.
Oh my gosh. It's so like rich.
Yeah, it's very, very rich. I would absolutely take a mentorship with like someone like this. These are some of my big inspirations. Here's another work by Craig Mullins. This is a really really good one.
Nice symmetrical strong shot.
Yeah, look at that symmetry. So cool.
It's like symmetry, but also like lack of. There's also asymmetry inside. It's really cool. One thing I do notice about animes is that they really like to make things symmetrical. Like armies or lines, it's just completely straight. There's no like. There's rarely any like organized or disorganized crowds. I think it's funny.
Yeah. I was always a really big fan of John Wall and Liberto. I think his work is really fun. His work is super fun. He's a phenomenal painter and designer. He's got some of my favorite like sci-fi looking designs. I think the thing that I like about Liberto's work the most is that it's very cool and sci-fi, but it also feels just very playful and silly. Like this is an example of Liberto's work. This is an official artwork for Halo 4. He was one of the artists on it. He's a concept artist that like worked with Sparth and all that sort of thing. Just phenomenal work. And then he makes like this really funny. He's just funny. Like he puts like little goofiness
stuff
in his.
That's something that you would do.
100%. I would totally do that.
Swimcope says Colton said something about think about the value instead of color on stream yesterday, and I just wanted to say how helpful it was. It made my art look better, and the work time was cut in half.
Oh, awesome! I'm glad that it was helpful. Yeah, when I'm thinking about painting something, immediately I'm like running 3 calculations in my mind. How bright or dark is it? What hue is it? And then how saturated is it? And so when I'm going like, I'm going to make it brighter, I'm going to make it some more saturated, I'm going to make it a little bit warmer. There we go. You know, I'm going to make it cooler into a red, a little bit darker, less saturated. Like I'm running those 3 things simultaneously or like one after the other in my mind because I have to make sure that when I turn this thing black and white, this still works. If this doesn't work anymore, I'm cooked. Like the whole image is cooked. And I'm glad it works well for you.
Can you guys explain why drawing tablets are so expensive? I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. They're probably complex mechanical devices that require a lot of precision.
Yeah.
If I were to make a guess.
I don't know anything about how tablets are made, so I can't answer that question.
This guy is really inspired by like Akira. And anime.
Oh, Akira, nice. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen some of that influence in there. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, this is cute.
Oh my gosh, that's cute. Oh, that's so fun.
Look at that.
Oh my god. Oh, that's cute.
The little polka dots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's so nostalgic looking.
Yeah.
I love the matching pajamas.
Look at this, like subsurface scattering coming through the game case.
Oh. Oh boy, someone better not step on those or else it's gonna break.
It feels
So
very
good.
like nostalgia core to me.
Yeah. Almost like futuristic nostalgia.
Yeah, I mean, his work is phenomenal. Just so good. Like, here's a really wide shot of a sci-fi city. He uses large areas of rest very effectively, I think. Like, this big area of rest. And then you've got, like, all of this high intensity detail.
Wow.
Very loose painterly. Really, really nice stuff.
I would not be able to do this. My goodness.
Very good designer. I used to be subscribed to his Patreon. I would watch some of his stuff. Like, this is such a good design.
Oh my
like,
gosh, that's good.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I could even imagine that being there in real life someday. That's cute. Do you know how to study composition or choosing color keys for cinematic scenes?
I don't have a lot of expertise on it. I would say do movie studies and maybe look into some. Do you guys know to study composition? Oh, composition. Do a bunch of movie studies. I would definitely say. Two value noton movie studies. So like black and white. Do a bunch of like classical movie studies. You know, Doctor Strangelove. Kubrick films are really good to do studies of. What's his name? Art Center. Cole Case's class. Sam Mitchlap.
Yeah.
Sam Mitchlap did a workshop at Art Center in a class that I took, and he had suggested that students get a Sharpie and a bunch of copy paper and do 2,000 movie studies that were about 1 by 2 inches with just Sharpie. Just pull up movies, like screen caps. There's lots of websites with movie screen caps, and you just go through a bunch of classic movies. You know, you could go through classic Kubrick films, Spielberg films, you know, that kind of stuff. And you can do little two value studies of these, just thousands of them, to get an idea of like how these compositions work. That's one of the best ways to do it.
Gummy?
Choosing color keys for cinematic scenes. I think Nathan Fowkes probably has some stuff on that.
This is a stubborn gummy. Here you go.
Yeah, this is really nice stuff. You can tell like the way that I paint is very inspired by people like this. Like I'm really trying to get better at, like, my work looks so like amateur compared to their stuff. You know, the way that I paint, I'm really trying to like maximize every brush stroke. It feels so clumsy.
You'll get
And then
better.
if you compare it to something like this, I mean, he's really messy with his work too, but
No, but like you can see that there's like sophistication
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Was he the one that said like he wished he learned people drawing earlier or something like that? That was the guy?
yep,
Okay.
he said he put it off for a really long time. Didn't want to do it, hated it. Like you can see he's using, this is the basic round brush as well.
Wow, it is.
But you can see here's like complex
love
mark
that.
making. He's just going like but.
Wow, I want to do stuff like that.
I need to use, actually I need to do that. I need to use more like variety of marks in my pieces. You can see it's like
yeah. It's like the little dots that Fang does.
Yeah, it's very similar to like line work. If you're a line work artist, like you'll draw something and you'll go,
Yep.
you know, like you'll have line weight and you'll go, oh, I'm going to increase the line weight right here. And I'm going to increase this right there. And I'm going to have, a straight.
Straight.
And then I'm going to have, something like this. Drawing is very similar to painting because you just want to have like a variety to your line work. Right? Like you see these nice, just a really nice variety of marks. Like, oh, here's these marks. Oh, here's these marks.
Oh, I need to do that more often.
This is like brush economy.
Mark making. I do remember, I think Robert Cotto talking something about mark making, but it's been a while.
Yeah, I would say painting is very similar to drawing, like line work. You're using the same like thought process. You're still doing form drawing. You're just not indicating light necessarily when you're drawing. You
It's like you're
can.
just drawing, but like with bigger strokes.
Yeah. Like I would really recommend finding really, really good artists that you look up to and just looking at their work, finding the highest resolution of their work that you can. See, like here's a little crop. Right here, you can see he like cropped something at some point and never fixed it. Look at that nice like cyan in the sky, dude.
wow.
I tend to go down here more when I do a blue sky. I go like,
Yeah, you tend to go like Tira blue.
yeah, I go like that. I need to, maybe I
use
should
bold
experiment a little bit
colors.
more with, oh, and Liberto, very good at drawing clouds.
Really?
Very good at drawing clouds. Yeah. Dude, this guy can paint clouds. You should see some of his jet scenes. I'll show you. Just very versatile when it comes to like clouds and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Really nice clouds in this piece. Just a good understanding of atmosphere and clouds. I love how he uses these like very kind of gamey, bold colors. Here, see, he has like this whole how to paint clouds tutorial. I bought this. It's not on ArtStation anymore, but I bought this a long time ago and went through it. Just
I love that.
different kinds of clouds, understanding them. I need to do some more cloud studies.
Is line weight different when drawing people? Like certain areas, it typically should be thicker.
Nah, I mean, it's not different. It's line weight is like directing attention.
Yeah.
Like you add line weight where you want people to look. And so where do you want people to look? Do you want them to look at the face? Do you want them to look at the sleeve, right? If you draw like a sleeve or like an arm and you've got a sleeve going over the arm like this, let's just say, right? Here's my sleeve going over the arm. A lot of people will add a drop shadow right here in line weight. Imply a little bit of that. You'll see it all over the place. I don't know if you still have that. Like, look at what Christina's doing, right? She's adding like small, medium, large areas of dark, just as like a design.
Like, I like to add stuff in like air pockets of ambient occlusion. Like this shape is like I like to make dark. This shape I like to make dark. This shape I like to make dark. Anything that like pops out another shape really nicely, I like to make dark. That's usually how I like to do it, but like I'm not doing it all the time. Typically, I go inside details thinner, outside borders thicker, generally. Yeah. Like areas like this, like these curves, I'm like, I want to make this part thicker because that looks interesting. Because that can also act as like a bit of a shadow underneath. And then I could connect it with the smaller details inside. That's what I think about too.
How do you get to a point where your painting isn't line reliant? How do I practice that? I totally know what you mean. It's all about controlling your edges and having like a focal point for people to look. So for example, in this piece right here, this painting is not line reliant. I totally know what you mean. I used to have this problem a lot. Is like, if I have a painting, right? Let's just do like a cloud or something, right? Maybe we'll go up like in here, like this. Let's like paint a cloud, and I'll draw the cloud first, right? I'll sketch this cloud out. And so we go, here's my sketch of a cloud. Bottom. I don't like sketching clouds. I like starting with silhouette because I think better in terms of, right, we'll put something here. Here's the bottom of the cloud. Let's put like a nice simple form up there. Something that kind of feels good. It's better. I don't like drawing to design things that are so silhouette important. I like painting them. Maybe we'll put another little one up here. And then we'll put like a little baby cloud down here or something.
Baby cloud.
All right. So we've got like these three clouds. And I can come in here and fill them in color. And so let's just go in and fill it in. I'll do my shadow color, right? So let's just say, here's my shadow. And so if I paint and fill in this cloud, like, how do I get it so I can just completely turn the line work off? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Like, it's a painting. It doesn't need line work. I can turn my line work completely off. Don't need it anymore. I'm guessing that's what you mean, right? Can't do it now. If I turn my line work off, it looks really rough. Like, it doesn't, there's not much to it. So it really has to do with like controlling your edges and where you want people to look. So we could have lost edges. So like this stuff down here. And then maybe I could come in here and add light. So I'm going to add some light to this cloud, right? Let's just say, I don't want that brush. I want this one, right? Light.
Oh yeah, you wanted like a hiked up dress, right?
Light.
Miko.
Light. Well, I suggested we could do that. Light. Light. Well, this doesn't work either, right? It kind of looks rough. It doesn't look finished. So I could go form shadow, form shadow. And like where I want people to look, I want that to be nice and crisp. Let's make that crisp. How do I take this painting from a painting that doesn't look good without line work to a painting that looks good with line work? I would go, where do I want people to look? I need to make sure when they look there, there's actually something that they can kind of grab onto visually, right? So let's just say, yeah, let's put a form shadow or a cast shadow over top of this. Right? And if I don't want them to look somewhere, I can literally just nuke it. Maybe I have a little bit of a hard edge for them to look at. But all of this, I can have a lost edge. I can have a soft edge. This is crisp. This, I could have a lost edge up here. Boop. I want them to look here. And so I need to make sure that the area that they look at is crisp enough for them to look at something. And then I'll go down here and I'll change, you know, this is the demo that I did the other way. I'll have something on the bottom for them to, and so like, as long as they've like, your viewer has somewhere, like some places to kind of move between. Oh, here's a hard edge. Here's a hard edge. Here's kind of a hard edge. Oh, what about up here? Well, this cloud don't look finished at all. How do I make this cloud look finished? I'm going to have a balance between hard and soft edges. And by the way, you don't have to do this with a soft edge like with a smudge brush. You can do it with blending the values together. So like, for example, if I made the sky lighter, like this edge starts to become lost because the values between them are getting so close that your mind kind of stops thinking about it. That's how I think about it. Like, that's how I get paintings to work without a line. So like, if I have a line work and I need to turn it into a painting, like this is not working to me, right? So I may just go. And maybe I'll just,
Ooh,
I don't know, put a little point on that or something.
that's fun.
It don't matter. We can even trail it off. We could just go, boop.
So it basically comes down to edge control and paint overs.
It comes down, it's more than just edge control. Like, yes, but make sure that they actually have somewhere to look. You're like consciously thinking about where you want somebody to look in your image. I could have another place right there.
Whoa.
What's this? That's loud.
That is loud.
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
I highly recommend it if you want to up your skills. The classes are so detailed and helpful. 10 out of 10. Awesome.
Aw,
Thank you.
Yes, we are holding a sale on our anime art.
Yeah, we do have an anime art school sale going on right now. Really appreciate it, Dahlia.
Code is spring at checkout. Teach fundamentals. Oh, this is
There's the card.
yes.
If you want to check it out, you can go and see Anime Art School and see what's in it and everything. It's like this edge for me is not working very well. I would say it's more about than just edges. It's like planning what you want people to look at. Like, what if I wanted people to look at a little hit of light back there?
Oh, you're not sharing your screen, by the way.
Like, I'll do that all over again. I will go boop. Boop. Boop.
Bup.
Boop. Now there's a cloud peeking out from behind there, and I've added a little bit more depth to it. We could do something like that. And then we could even come out here and be like, oh. Like that. So I've like given people another high contrast area to look at, and it's right here. Right? I could even do a little tiny one like back here, or a little one like back here. And then I just go, eh. You can give people something to look at.
Colton had a wild idea about this story really quick.
What?
So what if Miko, she brings actually a nice dress
Yeah.
as like a bribe for information, but she brings her adventure clothes in another bag.
A bribe? Is she gonna give them the dress off of her body?
Like she'll change out of it and be like, here for information, I'll give you this dress so you can sell it. And she changes into her into like adventure clothes.
Maybe. I feel like it would probably be the other way around. It'd be like she brings it in a bag, like, oh, here's a nice dress, or here's like jewelry.
True. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like, oh, here's a thing to give you. See, like, there, I've like given a really hard edge, right? I'm going, I'll put a cloud in front of this cloud, and then this cloud is going to cast a shadow. And maybe that'll give people something interesting to look at.
We do not draw Marvel characters.
Nah. I'd check out drawing, what is it? Characters the Marvel way.
Oh, is that a
I
thing?
don't remember. It's like a book. Like this to me is kind of cool. Like it's got some coolness to it. Oh, but let's just say, like, what if we tried to pull like a little, I'm gonna butcher this. What if we tried to pull a little variation in our brush strokes?
You show all the artists' names.
Like this sort of thing. That's kind of
Oh,
cool.
that's very pretty. Yeah, Colton will probably show those later.
Yeah, I'll come down here a little bit and just go, oh.
You can find our brush, the one that we use on stream, on that website just above just what Dahlia posted. Tryanime.com. It's a free brush.
This brush that I'm using right now is the basic round. I'm not using anything other than basic brush. But anyways, there's the little clouds. And I would really, really like to fix this back here. Let me think.
Today's the 16th.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Did I name it wrong? Oops, 312.
Oh.
I'll have to fix that.
Someone just asked if it was 312 or 317.
Yeah,
For us, it's the 16th.
I must have forgotten to update it. I just have a saved. Create, go live. Come on. Thank you. This. What is it today?
Today is the 16th.
Okay. that
Already the
didn't work.
16th. That's crazy.
What is going on?
Applejack. Stinky Jack.
Dude, you are such a stinky cat. Edit. 16. Save. Save changes. Save. That should update.
It's a pretty dress. Okay.
I do like painting clouds. I think it's fun.
Nice. Clouds are really pretty. All right, now it's time to do all of this. Hey, Rhino. The little hatching, it looks so good. It's like the cherry on top.
It's brushed right. It like gives you a little something to look at, but it doesn't steal the show.
Yeah.
I like that way of kind of thinking about it, where you get something to look at, but it doesn't overpower like the flavor of the image. In my opinion, right? Like a little bit of hatching. We don't need to add it everywhere. You know, we could go in this little area and just kind of mess things up a little bit. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just paying attention to like where are areas that don't matter, that I don't really care or want people to look, that aren't super crisp. But yeah, that's how I would like paint something like that. Christina's up to Miko. Happy March 16th. Yes. Your birthday is tomorrow, is it? Happy almost birthday.
Oh my gosh, happy almost birthday.
Am I using an iPad? No. I'm using Photoshop and this Intuos Pro Large.
You're stinky. You're stinky nasty.
Stinky, nasty idiot bean. What did you leak out? Huh?
You're stinky. And why did you eat it?
That's
He's
even.
like, oh no, I need to pick this up.
I need to clean up after myself.
Stinky.
Stinky.
Cutie cat. Yeah.
He is cute.
Here's a like and subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stinky car. Traveled back in time. What? How long have we been live? 2 hours and 13 minutes. I have a 3D printer to set up tonight.
Yeah, we should probably head off soon. I still gotta record some stuff.
What did I? What is this?
Was it what?
Oh, nice.
What?
RO
Oh.
stuff.
Nice.
We could rework that tonight as well.
Nice. What if I made her dress even more blue? Like, ooh, like this blue. That'd be kind of crazy, actually.
Yes.
Yes?
What?
Like this blue?
No.
Nah, just the dingier blue.
Yeah.
I like the dingier blue, too. Right. Now it's time to merge
Bro, this is ridiculous.
What? Wow. It's beautiful, but holy crap. Insane.
What about that Mickey we found earlier? I did find their Instagram, but it didn't look
Yeah.
like a Mickey. It
Rip.
was only those images.
Rip. It's always those images.
At least it was an AI.
That's
Let's
true.
go.
At least it could be a real person.
Yeah.
At least it is a real person, I should say.
I love your art so much. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, that's not good.
How do you convert it to grayscale, and how do you flip your artboard? Do you mean Christina or mine? With the clouds or with Christina's? Have you been flipping it?
No. I have not
Okay.
been flipping it.
So for me, I'm working in Photoshop. If you want to convert to grayscale, you go up to View, Proof Setup, Custom, and you change this to dot gain 20%. I don't know where the heck it is. Somewhere. Here it is. And then you press OK. And then every time you press Control Y, it will switch it into grayscale. It's still color. You can see when I color sample, it's still picking colors, but it just shows it in black and white. And flip, you go to Image, Edit. How the heck do you flip? Transform, flip horizontal. Nope, that's the layer. Image. I'm pretty sure it's image rotation. Here it is. Flip canvas horizontal. However, I have bound that to the hotkey of
Hide
Control, comma.
or Control comma. I have bound mine to Control H.
Yep. But I don't like mine on Control H because I like to hide things. Although I can't hide things because it just clips highlight on TikTok Studio and it overrides this.
Oh,
So I can't
no.
actually hide selections.
Oh, we can wrap up whenever, by the way.
Hello, hi, I'm an artist in Canada, and ever since I started watching your lives, they've helped me so much with staying motivated and continuing my practice. Thanks for the cool streams. Awesome.
Oh, thank you. This is being weird. This it's getting all these like weird marks.
What is?
Screen.
I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
That's stinking weird. I don't know what's going on.
We'll figure it out later.
The clouds is Adobe. That's Photoshop. The Christina's is Procreate on the iPad. But welcome. And another thing is that we are going to be starting bi-weekly challenges, and we're going to be doing streams where we show everybody's art that does the bi-weekly challenges. It's going to be focused on creating your own characters in comics, and there's going to be a prompt that goes out every 2 weeks that you have 2 weeks to work on, and then we do a big fun stream at the end. And there's also going to be dailies. We're going to have daily prompts set out to do studies and learn. And so we're going to have pictures that are posted to do studies of. It is called Spring Training Arc, and it's a new thing that's coming in our community real soon. Anybody can join. It's completely free. The Discord server invite is on the linky on our profile or on drawanime.com. I can type the Discord invite into the YouTube chat if you want.
So exciting.
There is the invite in YouTube chat. And yeah, it's going to be coming soon. We're
Yes.
going to be,
We're preparing it.
yeah. We're in the middle of preparing. It's going to be really fun. That grayscale only Adobe Photoshop? No.
No, you can.
I
turn it
mean,
into-
dot gain 20%. I don't know if other programs do that, but there's a lot of ways to turn your canvas black and white in various programs. Pick color grayscale only Photoshop. Maybe. I don't pick color in grayscale. Like, I just use grayscale to look at my values really quick. I generally don't paint in it. I mostly paint in color.
Like
Always, pretty much always paint in color.
we
unless,
think in grayscale.
yeah, unless I'm painting specifically in black and white.
Yeah.
What's the point of grayscale when rendering? To check your values to see if they're working. Color can deceive you into thinking that something is brighter or darker than it is. And so grayscale helps to get a view of stuff without thinking about color. Because Grayscale is how we see the world. And color is generally how we feel about it.
Who said that? Nathan Folks?
No idea. I don't even know
That's
if
pretty
anybody
iconic.
said it.
I remember someone did say it. We're like,
Did
ooh,
they?
that's good. Yeah, someone did mention it. I just don't remember who. Ooh, Colton, what if in this universe Miko had long hair?
Okay.
But of course, in anime they had to cut it short. I mean, but she always looks good with short hair anyways, but like I was even wondering what if I like hinted at like a lock of hair. She
Yeah.
would look good with that hair with
Longer hair.
Longer
coming
hair.
out. Maybe, what if you had like a jellyfish cut or something?
A
Like a
jellyfish
subtle
cut?
jellyfish.
Sure, we can try.
Isn't a wolf cut kind of like a jellyfish cut?
No.
It's like a really shaggy
I
jellyfish
guess,
cut or something.
I guess so, but not as like pronounced with the bob and the little tendrils. But I guess a wolf cut is kind of, I guess in a way similar. We can try a little bit of this. Intend it a little bit, perhaps. And then she'll cut her hair later.
Yep. We do teach all this stuff in our school, by the way. Where do you actually post your art when you're done? Pretty much only in the Discord server.
Yep.
We don't really post on social media at all. I'll post a lot of the stuff that I make in the ArtShare 3 in the Discord, and all the live stream demos that get done on stream live, we post in our Discord server in that channel, live stream demos or live demos. But other than that, I haven't updated my portfolio or my art station in years, since like 2022 or 3 or something.
Same. Well, I've only updated it every once in a while. Yeah, we'll do the slightly long hair.
So cute. How long have you been doing this? This image?
This image, or you mean
type
like
of stuff? That's great, Dahlia. Your homework is going so well, if I do say so myself.
Great. I can't wait to see it. You've been cooking a lot, Dahlia.
Cooking and eating and leaving no crumbs, as the kids say.
Yep.
Do the kids still say that?
I think so.
Art? Christina's been doing art pretty much her whole life.
Yeah, I have. I just continued drawing and...
How can I avoid my shading to look muddy? Muddiness comes from your darks getting in your lights and your lights getting in your darks. So like things that belong in one container
Are going in another container.
are going in another container, and that's what tends to make things look muddy. So if you want to avoid that, designing your containers, and by containers I mean like shapes, right? The containers of a box. Let me do this with a paintbrush, right? The containers of a box look like this, right? There's the silhouette container. Here's the container of this side. Here's the container of the bottom. This is a container. Zoop. This is a container. Zoop. This is a container. Zoop. And if this container starts getting into this container, and this container starts getting into this container, and this container gets into that container, this is when things start to look muddy, and you're like, I kind of lost the plot here.
I lost the plot.
And so when you're doing things, and now these containers can come in different shapes and sizes, right? So for example, if I've got another box up here and it's casting a shadow on this box, here's my container. Here's my container. Like the shapes themselves are the containers, right? And this container, or this box, say, is casting a shadow on this box down here. And let's just say it looks like, I don't know, like that, right? First off, this drop shadow, this cast shadow, it tells me where this second box is. which is really useful. But now I've made a new container. This shape now is my new container, right? This shape is a new container. This shape is a new container. This shape is a new container. And so again, if I start getting this container's contents into this container, it gets muddy.
This
And
cup
so-
into that cup. I don't know.
Exactly. And so I'm simplifying this, obviously, right? We can soften the edges. We can soften the edges here. But we have to be very deliberate about what we're doing. And it has to make sense visually and mentally. Like, it's got to make sense. Like, yeah, it feels right. Or yeah, that feels right. We can soften these because these are clouds. I believe it. Naruto.
I
Believe it. Right? So, like, muddiness to me comes from when one container's contents get into the other and it doesn't belong there.
You're not from around here.
Yeah.
You're not from around here. This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Right, we could have another container over here. And another container back here. Like, we can add these objects wherever we want. Right? Let's just say... There's another cloud back here. And this one comes out and like that. And maybe this cloud is actually not getting hit at all by light. And there's a little secret cloud back there, right? And then there's another one, and maybe we're putting it like right here. So again, the containers are whatever we want them to be. We are deciding. We're the architects of this box world, of this Minecraft cloud world. But if we want people to believe it, we have to remain consistent with logic. It's like, if we don't have good logic, then it don't work, right? Or people won't believe it, rather. You can do whatever you want. Your style's whatever you want it to be. People won't believe it if it doesn't, like, have a consistency to it.
If it like makes people doubt your plot, then
Yeah.
of your drawing, they're like,
If people don't believe it, then that sucks, kind of, you know? Maybe we have another container down there. We make this one smaller. We rotate it. There's my Minecraftified clouds, right? And so in my mind, every single one of these shapes is a container, and every single one of these shapes needs to stay that container, or else if I start mixing those into each other without like a reason, like, again, I could put a light over here. Let's say I put a yellow light right here. Here's like a floating light or something. Okay, well now maybe this is making a reason for this container to look like this. Right? Oh, there's a light, and that light is shining into this shadow. And so the light is causing the container to change. There's a light. And it's filling this shadow with some sort of a light, right? And so this container is now to the edge probably going to be filled with more of this color than the other one. So it turns it yellow because it's a yellow light. There. It's like, yeah, it's kind of believable. There's my yellow side of the cloud that is being lit by this bright yellow light that's there for some reason. I don't know why.
the fairy. I don't know.
Right? Maybe I darken this container just a little bit. And then I lighten this over here and I go, yellow light is lighting that. So, like, I just gave you a reason to change the container's color, but it's not random. Like, there's a logic behind it. And if people don't believe, if people won't believe the reason for the change, then that's when it feels muddy. That your brain just instinctively doesn't believe the reason for the change. It's like, right, if I started going like this, now all of a sudden it's muddy. Like, you don't believe
Ew.
it anymore. It looks gross, dude. What the heck?
Looks like moldy,
Moldy
nasty.
nast.
Looks like Applejack when he pooped.
Yeah.
That's what Applejack stink smells like. Looks like.
Yeah.
We're stink shaming him.
Stink shaming Applejack. Dude, he deserves it today, honestly. That is weird. That was nasty, dude.
That's weird.
It's like, if people don't believe the change, right? These are all my little containers. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. And it's like, well, how do I know what the container shape is? Perspective, lighting, right? Drawing boxes, drawing objects in perspective. That's like, again, a super foundational part, right?
That's how
Objects
you'll
in
know.
perspective. That is the basics of like object drawing, right? If you can't draw boxes and rotate objects, then you should probably take some perspective classes, right? We need to be able to do this sort of thing. This is a hard skill to develop, by the way, because it's like a language. It's like drawing in 3D is like this really difficult thing to develop. So you have to practice it a lot for a really long time. And this gives you a lot of your containers, right? I got the shapes of all of these containers now, right? We can go zoop, 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 zoop. There's a container, a bunch of containers. I kind of interchange the word shape with container, because like, I could blend containers together. And that would go into like value grouping and stuff, but you know, we could have like a cylinder right here, or even just like a box. I don't know, let's just say a box. And these are all pointing out. There's one. There's one. And even these arrows are in 3D, dude. They're on the ground. There's one. There's one. I literally do this so much on stream as a demo. Y'all want to know how I got so good at doing this? I do it almost every time someone asks a question about perspective.
And so you have to practice it.
I literally am farming chat for practice. Sorry, chat. I'm using you.
Exploiting your
I'm
views.
100%. I'm exploiting chat for practice.
What can I do with my line art after rendering to make it look less out of place?
Line art
What do you
after
mean by
rendering?
out of place? You can probably color your line work to make it match with your background a bit more, or with your surroundings. Sometimes I do that to incorporate that and use my line work as more of like a holding line rather than like a line art.
I'm considering buying the class tomorrow. Just need a little more convincing. What are you wondering about?
Unless you're meaning you're trying to convince someone else.
Yeah, what do you need more convincing
Where did you
about?
get your tablet? Which one of us? Oh my wife.
Oh,
Your wife needs convincing, or you need convincing? I'm not really sure.
maybe like convincing the wife to get it.
I don't know. Colton, I finished a set. Would it be okay if you checked it? Where'd you post it? Studies? Whip? You can share it in the Discord server. Convincing her to let me get it. That's funny.
Hey,
I know what you mean. Sometimes I have to be. Christina's very easy to convince. I'm just like,
Yes.
can I get this thing? And she's like, oh, whatever. I don't know where. Just in any of the art shares or studies share if you want.
The
in
thing
the
is,
server.
the thing is with Colton is when he asked me if he could get something, it's the only thing that I ever convinced him not to get or was really heavily against was thick water. And he
Oh
got it
yeah, I got
anyways.
it anyways.
That was the
I
only
still
thing.
have it. I'm gonna
Yes.
drink it on stream sometime.
That was the only thing that I was like, no, you're not getting that.
Thick water is so funny though. I feel like some thick water came out of your butt earlier, Applejack.
That's the only thing that I'm like, no, you're not gonna get that. But he got it anyway, so he never listened to me there. Most of the time I say yes because I'm like,
Yeah.
if it makes you happy, you know.
Telling me I can just go on YouTube, but I'm like, I can't learn from 6 people. So the problem with YouTube is that it's not structured and it's not vetted. A lot of people on YouTube, like you have to jump between videos. People don't have full programs on YouTube and they don't give homework either.
Yeah.
People on YouTube give tips and advice on specific things. They don't have a curriculum. Could you find everything on YouTube? Yes, after searching through about 1,000 people, and you'd have to vet people as well.
Yeah, that's
Like,
not guaranteed.
YouTube is good for tips and brain rot, but at the end of the day, people who are on YouTube are building content for views. They're not building content
For education.
education because a lot of people don't watch it. People aren't interested in learning hardcore foundation and watching a full 2-hour-long walkthrough on rendering garments or drapery from start to finish. They're like, draw clothes in 15 minutes using these tips. And I think that's great for YouTube. It's just not the platform to get like a deep education. I think YouTube is great for certain things, maybe figuring out what you need to learn, but then learning it is good somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to vet if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm not saying it's like snake oil or anything. I'm just saying like there's like anybody can make a video on YouTube.
true.
Like there are really good channels on YouTube. Like Broken Draw is phenomenal. Proco is phenomenal, right? Artwad is phenomenal. But Proco has an entire website full of classes too, because it's just not, YouTube is not the place to put a full class. It is the place to bring in organic content or organic traffic and teach people the basics of like why you need something. What are other really good channels on YouTube? Mark Burnett, phenomenal. He's got a school,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
He's not trying to teach an entire start to
Class.
finish thing on YouTube. Gene Bond, like he has great content. He has some of the most in-depth, best perspective stuff. He's got like 6,000 subscribers though. Like it's so hard to find him because again, he does teach a lot of the really in-depth long form stuff, but a lot of people don't end up watching it because it's not built for gaining traction.
Yeah.
And he mostly teaches perspective and fisheye lens drawing, which is really, really high level perspective. That's above most people's
Grade.
level.
Yeah.
Gene Bond's 100% underrated as heck, dude. He's
yeah.
amazing. He's phenomenal.
He's a very good.
And he's been on our channel a
perspectivist.
couple of times. And even when somebody is really, really good and they're teaching on YouTube, it's not like a full start to finish curriculum. I found really awesome content. Nathan Fowkes, James Gurney. Amazing stuff. Gene, I'll type his name in the chat. GENEBOND art. That's his YouTube channel name. That's how I think about it. I've never found a full curriculum on YouTube that goes through everything from start to finish, and especially nothing that gives homework like that. Maybe it exists out there that you could dig something up, but again, most like people are busy teaching. Like a lot of people do mentorships, people teach classes, and you don't make anything off of YouTube. Like the problem with YouTube is like if you're a creator and you do want to teach a huge massive curriculum for completely free, your video flops and you don't make any money. Like you can't live off of it.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal when people sell their knowledge. Like I take so many classes myself, and I'm more than happy to pay for them because I'm just like, this is really good knowledge from years and years of experience.
I think what something that happened with the internet is that the knowledge, the value of knowledge sometimes have cheapened.
You forgot the best channel, Draw Anime Academy. We do teach a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah.
What program do you focus on in it? I'm not sure what you mean. All digital based? Yeah, it's digital based, but we use basic tools. So you can use Procreate, Krita, Clip Studio, Photoshop. It doesn't matter. We just use basic tools.
Yeah.
It's a digital program in the fact that we're using, you know, the digital color wheel, layers. We don't even hardly use any layer settings. I don't even know if I use multiply on anything. Again, it's a
Rarely.
foundation school. Like, why would I use layer settings in a school that's teaching you how to find the correct value of something?
Yeah.
But it is on our school is on sale right now. We do
Yes.
run sales periodically, so it's not like we'll never have a sale again. But yeah, do you guys have tips for layering acrylic gouache, like Acrylica? Is that brand, or just digital? I was never good at gouache.
I was never good at
I
gouache
don't
either.
know
I
the
sucked
medium
at
that
it.
well.
I sucked at it.
I sent an art share one. Sure, I'll take a look. Take a look. Isn't that? Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, those are not too bad.
Nice.
Those are fun. I generally don't do critiques on streams, but I can take a look at these. So these are some Krenz cubes, huh? Let me look. These are not too bad. Like, I like that you're... Like, I take a look at these. Let me do this. Okay. I like taking a look at this. Like, that feels pretty much in the middle. To me, a lot of these, like this, to me, should be 1 to 3. But right now it feels 2 to 2 because it's only one above there. So this box, to me, you should see like a little diamond on the bottom. And it could be like this. Right? You'll just see a little diamond. Generally like that. And another thing about these, like overall, these are quite good. I would use draw through on all of them lightly. Draw the back side just so you can make sure that you're drawing in perspective correctly. So use draw through if at all possible. That'll help your boxes a lot. You know, like that. Draw them as if you could, they were transparent boxes. And another thing is they're mostly rectangles. They're not really squares. So like they're a bit too long, and that's pretty consistent amongst all of the boxes. Almost all of the boxes are a little bit too long. They're not really squares. That's not like a huge deal. You know? Like that. Squares are very hard to draw in perspective, but just keep in mind that like all of these, a little bit too long. And then as you get up here, again, usually people would draw this in 3-point perspective. So like you would get convergence. You don't have to. You could do these in 2-point, but just know if you're drawing a box from this far below in 2-point perspective, you're going to be getting distortion because it's going to want to converge. It's going to really want to converge. And so if I'm not mistaken, let me look. Krenz cubes. Some of these, let me think. This is a good example of the exercises right here. Well, this one's not really a box either. That one's a little bit long. This looks like student work. This is not Krenz's work, but it's his program. He teaches classes, but it doesn't look like student work.
It doesn't look like professional.
Or it doesn't look like his work. You'll notice that like they line these up, right? They do the rotation, like a little bit of a rotation, and then they pull these lines down to make sure that they're lining the corners up. And then it's like, here's the center line. He's going like really hardcore with it here. But you'll see that this is a sliver. More of a sliver. This is less of a sliver. This is less. And you'll see that actually they're switching to 3-point perspective here. See? Very slight 3-point perspective. And look. Here's your 3-point perspective. So there's actually like a vanishing point at the bottom. You can see like that. Because remember, this is just your 2-point perspective in the side. And there's a vanishing point here on the end. And so it's like that. But that's just it's just below. So I would recommend switching to 3-point perspective when you're doing these boxes that are like, you know, quite a bit looking down on them. But overall, like, they're pretty good. I would 100% say, like, number one, draw through. Draw through.
Draw through.
You want to use draw through for sure, which means you are drawing through your objects. So you're going zoop, 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 zoop. I should rotate that box a little bit. So we're not just doing this. We're doing this. Draw through is a way to naturally check your own work. And I would make these lines darker and these lines back here lighter, just so we can keep an understanding of like what's happening. Draw through is going to be a natural check. It's kind of like double checking your work. And then number two, this comes with time, but like this is really flat. Like this box right here is like this. Right? You would need to stack at least 2 of these on top of each other, probably more, in order to get like a cube. Like if you want it being like a cube where all the sides are like the equal ratio. I would also recommend getting a Rubik's Cube and just checking it out, looking at where the heck is my Rubik's Cube? My Rubik's Cube is, I was going to say it was missing. It was right in front of me. I would definitely recommend getting a Rubik's Cube and just looking at it from like different angles, you know, take a picture of it with your phone and just be like front, little bit rotated, and just like draw it like kind of, this is like a good physical reference.
That's Photoshop.
Yeah, but if for just feedback on the Krenz cubes themselves, yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. I always do that. I hold my pen in my hand and then my Photoshop wants to jump it over there. Yeah. Oh, I should probably switch back to your screen. Is this from the school? This is an assignment that was invented by Krenz Kushart. I do assignments very similar to it in the school. I do a bunch of intuitive perspective exercises. Perspective, I think, is best learned when you learn intuitive and technical, like at the same time. You do 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, pulling out from the vanishing points, and then you do intuitive perspective, where you just learn how to draw objects at different angles intuitively, and then eventually they kind of connect together, like this sort of thing, right? Like understanding how to draw objects at different angles, right? How to rotate them. I like kind of overlapping pieces of paper like this. I call it the bully method because it's like a bully knocked you over and your paper fell all over the ground.
And I have to pick it all up.
Yeah. I love doing that, right? And the reason it's so important to be able to draw perspective intuitively is because there's so many things in paintings that you'd never use technical perspective for. Like little details, you know, this little thing right here. Like, am I gonna find the vanishing point for this little bent chimney thing? That's silly. Like, I would never want to do that. Or am I going to find the vanishing point for like a little, you know, a little like bent thing on top of the roof. Or all of these little details or a little sign that's like I wouldn't really do that. I never even made a perspective grid for this painting. I just kind of know I have a vanishing point down off my canvas on the left. My horizon line's like right here, you know, around here. And I've got a vanishing point on the right and I've got a vanishing point on the left. And it's pretty much 2-point perspective. I got like a little bit of cheating going on here, right? Kind of tilting these in. This one doesn't, just does a tiny little bit. So it's almost like slight 3-point perspective. There's vanishing point. There's vanishing point over there. There's vanishing point over there. Zoop, 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 zoop. Right? Zoop, zoop. That's basically my grid for this piece. It's a relatively wide lens, so stuff gets far away, or stuff gets small pretty quickly as it goes away from me. Craig Mullins is fantastic. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Some of his classes were huge for me. Just huge for me. His class on schoolism specifically, just so good.
Big changes, like big influence.
Yeah, really big influence on my art and painting and mindset and philosophy. Yeah. Craig Mullins, like, to me, like, he always says he hates teaching rules because he can always think of really good, successful images that break those rules. And he's like, I never like to teach something without giving multiple examples of not doing that successfully. And it's just, there's very, very rarely things that it's like, don't do this. And YouTube loves that. Like, YouTube is like
the black and white.
They love black and white thinking. It gets clicks. And that's one of the problems with social media is like there's a lot of the time where things just aren't black and white. And yet it's like, never do this.
I don't know. I'm starting to like really just not like the vibe of never do this.
Yeah. And like
XYZ,
the
and
problem
it's
is you kind of have to do it
I
as
know,
well.
you
It's like,
kinda have to.
I think that people will go, never do this. And then you click on the video and it's just like, usually, you know,
Usually, generally.
generally speaking. I used to know someone who could draw perfectly straight lines. I'm pretty good at drawing straight lines. I don't know if they're perfectly straight, but like
Pretty
I
straight.
can draw some pretty stinking straight lines here and there. Let's try. It's a pretty straight line. That's not a straight line. That's a pretty straight line. All right, let's take that line that I just drew and let's use the straight line tool over top of it.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty straight. It's not perfectly straight, but it's pretty straight. It's a little bit curved upwards. You can see that there's the gap right here is thicker than the gap right here, and then it gets thick again. So I drew it like slightly curved. Let me try again. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. It's still curving, just a tiny bit. The better. I don't draw very straight lines. Like when I'm drawing and stuff, you'll see it's like if I draw a box, it'll be like this. Christina, this is what my boxes look like.
Looks like a dessert.
It is. This is
Blonde.
my Jello, the Jello method.
Lasagna, yeah.
Yeah, this is the lasagna method.
Applejack's
Copyright
face.
Colton 2026.
Applejack's face in the camera. You want to show the key?
I don't want to look at that face anymore tonight after what he did to us. There's the lasagna method. The funny thing is like, I could literally just replace these with straight lines. Like
Sponge.
it's still perspective.
Those
Like
look like a sponge.
I could do all my calculations just with wavy lines. Look at this, Christina. Look at this house.
The house. Yep. Oh my gosh. Gingerbread house aesthetic.
Gingerbread aesthetic, yeah. Like you're looking through glass or like a warped like liquid or something. Ah.
Let's see. Look.
Wait.
4.
Oh, where were you? Yep, you were right.
Jack. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I need to continue recording my homework lesson.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we gotta wrap it up.
Sure.
We gotta set up your 3D printing stuff.
All right, we'll be wrapping it up here.
Don't forget, our Anime Art School is 20% off.
20% off with the
And-
code SPRING at checkout.
If you have trouble with drawing heads from any angle or lighting your heads, we have these head reference models that we sell.
Yes,
TikTok
we
shop.
have these. They're so cool. YouTube, I'm like pointing at nothing, but TikTok, I'm pointing at the heads. They're on TikTok shop. If you want to be able to draw heads from any angle and have a really nice little reference, we built these ourselves. We manufacture them in our home. Free rent angle, if it would pay attention to it, dude. Homie. Whatever. Free rent angle,
Side profiles.
side profiles.
You have instant reference.
Yeah,
at the tips of
Insta
your
reference.
fingers.
And you don't even want to know how awesome these are when they start getting lit
Yeah.
with
you wanna show real
lighting,
quick?
dude. It's so good. It's so useful. Find shadow shapes and such. Look at this.
Oh,
It's overexposed, but whatever.
why is it not?
Come on.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
Wow, look at those shapes.
Yes.
Never
We
struggled
built
with
these for
shading heads.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We built these because we wanted them as models. And now the lighting is super soft in here, but add models. I don't even know what this stupid file is called, honestly.
Yeah, it's only on TikTok shop right now.
But it's good when the lighting is good. You can just get really, really good shapes out of it. I absolutely love them. I don't actually know where that even is.
Wow. Miko's
here.
really short compared to Abby. I need to make her taller. I need to make Miko a bit taller. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this is a relatively decent example of it in my opinion. Good lighting. You get shadow shapes for the heads. If you want like half lighting or side lighting, you can just take your own reference photos with lights. Look at that. That's one of my favorites.
That's a great one. Oh, I love that one. That's my favorite lighting scenario.
That's the June.
Yep, that's the June.
That's the June image.
Yep, wherever it is.
I don't have it. Where the heck is it?
It's probably in the Photoshop document.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, because you
that's,
edited it out.
that's nice. When did you send it to me? Quite a
Some
while
time
back.
ago.
There it is. So this image right here, used for this kind of stuff. Shadow shapes. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's a video.
Shadow
shapes. So we literally use these ourselves for reference. You can just light it, and we get those nice juicy shapes with the male and the female
Rim
head.
lighting.
Yeah. Rim lighting. Look at that.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good stuff.
Look at that. Look at that tiny little nose highlight
Yep.
right there. That is like a pro move. You do that, I
that's a
know
pro
I'll
move.
know exactly what you're doing, and
I love
I'll be
it.
like, fantastic.
Dude, I love these
Right.
models so much. I use them. Literally, I have them on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
I love that piece.
Yeah, I love this piece too.
So good.
Get ready to lose. 7% chance to intimidate. June would be hard to intimidate.
She'd be very hard to intimidate. She just have no emotion. You know, she's just that like she would not get phased by stuff.
Yeah. Abby's boots are probably making her taller. Not wrong there.
Not wrong there, yeah. I do like the height difference. It makes
It's
Abby look more like
cute.
strong and cute. Watching your tutorial every day means a lot to me. Now I can debate with flat earthers with total confidence.
That's great. I'm glad it helped you.
Your comments are really funny. Were you the one that also commented like now I'm like 30 years old and something or
I
whatever?
don't remember. I do
watched your
remember there was
content
a
for 12
funny.
years and now I'm blah blah blah. I don't know.
Yeah. By what? Oh, was that an earlier comment?
Yeah, because we're about to head off.
All right, everybody. Well, this is good progress. This
Yeah.
is great progress. Yeah, whatever. See ya. We need Meow Meow song.
Meow meow song. Meow meow meow.
Holy crap, dude. Have I got tabs open for stinking
Days.
days.
I was here when it was a sketch.
Days. That was like
A lot
4
can
days
happen
ago.
in a few days.
Yeah. All right. Pause. Meow meow. Thank you everybody for hanging out and showing up. We will be live tomorrow. We're gonna be going live every single day this week.
Yep.
Anime Art School 20% off with the code SPRING.
At checkout. We want to do stuff like this and learn the skills.
Dude, Abby's
Peak.
peak, literally.
There you go.
She's like, Tira is like the elf perfection, and Abby is like the human perfection.
What about Miko?
Miko is adorable. I don't know, dude.
Kidding, I don't know.
Good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Tira's a princess.
Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya. And bye bye, YouTube.
Bye bye.
Catch you later.